hanging from a thread till you dead. Cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you could have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, the soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shiver, this a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. What is poppin', people? Welcome back to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. Salutes to you. Thank you for coming to hang out with me tonight. I appreciate you thoroughly. Salutes. All right? What is poppin', y'all? Appreciate y'all coming through. We're going to talk for a bit. We're going to get into this story. I don't know much about it. I've heard a lot of things from a lot of people, and I want to get to the bottom of it and see what's above board and what's strange, right? Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Honey's up in the chat for y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you share to your social media if you can. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. Salute Deb Heiser for being first in the building early. Salute Jonathan Pantoja. So I guess that makes me second. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Salute to you, Jonathan. Appreciate you for coming through. Salute Eddie Jimenez on the check-in. Presente and ready. Hit the like button as you come in, y'all. All right. I ain't got to say it. Eddie said it for me. Salutes. Shout out Chucky Chingong on the check-in. Shout out Zoraida. Saludos. Timing with the live. Perfect long day. Glad we could help you. Salutes. You deserve it. Right? You help us a whole lot out here. You, Jonathan, all the wrenches, all the members, man. I appreciate you guys thoroughly. I'm juggling over here, but we're getting it done, all right? Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Shout out Oso, my brother in the building. Shout out GC from Palm Beach County. Salutes. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to get into it today. I'm going to drop the power chat I'm going to pin it in the chat for all the wrenches today. I don't have time. I want to get through this. I don't want no distractions. So if somebody starts just coming at me on some personal shit, then just put them in the bathroom. All right. If you want to mess around with them, give them 5 minutes, give them 10 minutes, see if they come back, give them 24 hours, whatever. Do that. And if they want to talk, they can hit the power chat link. All right. Again, we have super chats available, super stickers, super thanks, all that good stuff. Here is the power chat link. Does it work? Let's see if it works. Yeah, that's it. Boom. Got the power chat link. Can I pin it? I'm going to have to pin it from the phone. Again, salutes to y'all for being here. We're going to hang out and talk about Luigi and see what's popping. All right. Again, the story's been a little bit of everywhere, but I'm getting things in fragmented parts and pieces. Some people telling me, but he's a genius. Some people telling me that they don't understand what's happening here. Salute Zaza on the check-in. Appreciate you. Thank you, Manalia, for coming through. All right, let me pin this in the chat. Pin message. Salutes. All right, so that's wrenches fixed. That's good. She cracked somebody in their shit today. Put them in the fucking bathroom. Shout out Ivan on the check-in. Salute. Lotos Locos forever. All right, GC said, hey, brother, when you getting the twins back on live? Shit, Jay was just here the other day terrorizing my live and shit. You know what I mean? They'll be back soon whenever they're ready. Salutes. I'll keep you posted. Just make sure that you subbed up or you're in the Discord or something, and you'll know when it'll happen. I promote it. I try to. Sometimes it just happens. Here's the Discord link, Val. Shout out Winnie the Pooh. Luigi's a straight hitman. Use the suppressor. We're going to look into it. Yeah, we're going to get into it. Shout out Borregazo on the check-in. I appreciate you. Salutes to you, sir. Right? All right, man. Let's get it. I got something here I want to read through. I got a timeline from the Star Tribune. A timeline of the developments in the UnitedHealthcare CEO fatal shooting. Less than a week since the slaying of the UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, police have detained the suspect. Funeral services were also held for Thompson on Monday. Right? The fatal shooting of Brian Thompson has gripped the nation's attention for almost a week. Here's a timeline of some of the details and developments in the case based on police reports. Shout out Gilberto. Luigi didn't do it. It was Mario. Mario did that shit. Hit the like button, y'all. Salutes. Right? Boom, boom. All right, we good. So let me pop this open real quick before we get to videos. Again, make sure you share, make sure you sub up. We are about, I don't know, 900, about 900 subs away from our 10,000 sub goal. So we're getting there. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's get this over here. Let's do this. We're going to start at November 24th. Right? And then we'll go through video and we'll go through newscasts and stuff like that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We're going to hang out. Salutes to y'all. Let's get it. November 24th, the suspected shooter arrives in New York City at night on a Greyhound bus at the Port Authority terminal. The suspect stays at the High New York City hostel where he presents an ID that police believe to be fake. When speaking with an employee in the hostel lobby, he briefly pulls down his face mask and smiled. A moment captured on surveillance images that were widely circulated by police. And we'll get into the images soon, too. Shout out Chucky, said he smoked him like a G. Zamora said, I feel like they want to make it look like it was a leftist radical, but I think the hit was put on by another powerful person. And he was probably linked to the Epstein Diddy. Damn, you done put them all together? Zamora? Holy shit. All right. We'll look into that theory as we get through this. We'll look into it. Damn. All of them? Did he in here too? All right, so we'll look at that picture. That's the picture where he smiled at the hostel clerk. December 4th. Well before dawn, the suspected shooter leaves the hostel. He appears on video at 54th Street and 6th Avenue, walking back and forth in the area of the Hilton Hotel, where UnitedHealthcare's parent company, United Health Group, is holding its annual investors conference. UnitedHealthcare is the largest provider of, or non-provider, of health insurance products in the United States. At some point, the shooter is believed to visit a nearby Starbucks and purchase a bottle of water and at least one energy bar. Okay? Had to get his energy bar for the hunt, huh? The boy was running low on energy. Needed an energy bar and the water. I mean, just add more paper trail to it, why don't you? I mean, I figure he already knows he's going to be on camera wherever he goes in New York, right? Hence the disguise or lack thereof. A little before 7 a.m., the suspect shoots Thompson as the executive arrives alone, on foot, having walked from a hotel across the street. The shooter flees. From my understanding, he ran off on a bike. Something I heard. I saw a little diagram. He ran off on a bike. We'll see. Shout out 030 North on the check-in. We here, Shy. Salutes to you. I appreciate you for being here, sir. Security cameras captured the suspect, there it is, on a bicycle in Central Park, where police later find a backpack. December 5th, 2 homes owned by Thompson family in Maple Grove are the targets of a bomb threat as part of a swatting scheme. The shooting also shines a light on UnitedHealthcare's reputation for denying care, as one of the bullet casings found at the scene reportedly has the word deny written on it. Internet comments heap criticism on UnitedHealthcare and other insurers. So if you're just taking that alone, yo, this guy's wilding. Zaza, I'm almost sure we could probably prove, all right, that video was not shot on Epstein Island, bro. You're wilding right now. The video from Big Pimpin' was filmed on Epstein Island, supposedly. I think it's all linked. All right, that's probably something easy to find right there. So we'll figure that out if you haven't. Salutes. Dude's ghost gun looked like it jammed a few times. We're gonna talk about that too. My brother he has a gun business in Florida, and he was on the news talking about those ghost guns, so we'll look into that too. Salutes. So now, after the fact, after dude's on ice, he's getting bomb threats at his home and swatting schemes. All right, so who knows where that's coming from? It's probably coming from the gunman who fled, right? My question is, does he have accomplices? Because I keep seeing 2 differing images of 2 people, and I don't know. The word deny being written on the shell. Okay. He's being very deliberate in what he's doing. Uh, he has a cause that he's fighting for, a crusade. Salutes. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja, big pimping. It's that Jigga Man, Pimp C, and Bum B. Salutes. Right? December 6th. Authorities reveal investigators believe the gunman left New York City on a bus. Think it was a Greyhound? Another one? Police find what they say is the man's backpack in Central Park. In what was first reported Friday, United Health Group CEO Andrew Whitty calls the murder of Thompson immeasurably sad and profoundly shocking in video message to employees. December 7th. Police continue search of Central Park, which includes scuba divers scouring a pond. NYPD releases additional photos showing the suspect shooter in and near a taxi. All right. Shout out Albert Flores on the check-in. I wonder where he got the ghost gun from. The guy's like the classic Joker villain. He for the people. We're going to see. So they got images of him in a taxi. December 8th. Scuba divers are again seen at Central Park Pond. Fencing is erected around the entrances and parking lot of UnitedHealthcare Minnetonka offices over the weekend. On Sunday, officers are also stationed outside with the police mobile surveillance camera. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja, salute Shy, Cartel members in chat. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Shout out to the 24 concurrent viewers. Hit the like button, please, if you have yet to do so. Helps the channel a lot. Keep us growing. I appreciate if y'all would do that. Don't cost you a thing. Hit that like button. I got that UnitedHealthcare after the CEO got smoked. UnitedHealthcare gave me $500 back for no reason. Bet. They want to keep everybody happy. They greased your palm, Ivan. All right, but they're filth. Shout out December 9th. Minneapolis-based health insurance company UCare closes its offices this week after receiving a concerning phone call. This comes after health insurer Medica said it was temporarily closing its Minnetonka headquarters and other offices in Duluth, Fargo, Omaha, and Madison, Wisconsin. Authorities announced they have detained a man identified as 26-year-old Luigi Mangione after Mangione was recognized by a McDonald's employee in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Police say he was carrying several fake IDs and a U.S. passport, as well as a gun and a firearm suppressor similar to the one used in the shooting. Police also find a 3-page handwritten document that detailed the suspect's motivation in the killing. I'll say this. That doesn't sound like a dude that wants to get away scot-free or that thinks he's going to get away scot-free. I'm pretty sure he wasn't done with what he was trying to do, considering there was still swatting happening at Thompson's other houses, that there still was threats happening to these other healthcare professionals. He had already left. He made his way to Pennsylvania. But you're still wearing basically the same thing, and you got the hammer in your bag, fake IDs, a passport, a suppressor. You got all of these things just on you. Still, just walking around with it. You didn't have a stash spot in the floor. You didn't have nowhere you could, you didn't have to get rid of it. Break it down. Godfather style, drop it down chimneys and shit. So it sounds like a dude that wasn't trying to get caught up. Wasn't not trying to get caught up. Let's see. Police say he was carrying several fake IDs, a U.S. passport, as well as a hammer and firearm suppressor similar to the one used in the shooting. Police also find a 3-page handwritten document that detailed the suspect's motivation in the unaliving. Shout out Ivan. He called him pendejo. Now, is he that pendejo? Because some people are telling me that he's a genius and that he's been portrayed as such, right? And yeah, when you go and you get buddy and you write down, write something on the, all right, cool. But what was the point of just walking around with all that shit in your back? Shout out Bobby D on the check-in. Salutes. Already hit that like button. I hope everybody else does like Louis did and hits that like button. Salutes. I appreciate you. All right. So he don't sound like he was trying to get away, but we're gonna read that manifesto. Social media sites that could be connected to the suspect appear to show he might have read a book by Theodore John Kaczynski, the mail bomber, commonly known as the Unabomber, and books on chronic back pain. Mangione appears briefly in court in Pennsylvania, and he is ordered to be held without bail. Private funeral services are held for Thompson in the Twin Cities. After Mangione's arrest, United Health Group says in a statement, "Our hope is that today's apprehension brings some relief to Brian's family, friends, colleagues, and many others affected by this unspeakable tragedy. We thank law enforcement and we will continue to work with them on this investigation. We ask that everyone respects the family's privacy as they mourn." In a statement released by Nino Mangione, a member of the Maryland House of Delegates and relative of Luigi Mangione, the Mangione family said, "Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer our prayers to the family of Brian Thompson, and we ask people to pray for all involved. We are devastated by this news." Late Monday, New York prosecutors filed unaliving charges against Mangione in Pennsylvania. He faced charges including possession of an unlicensed hammer, forgery, and providing false identification to police. December 10th, Mangione shouted and struggled with deputies as he was led into a Tuesday morning hearing. Mangione and his attorneys are fighting attempts to have him extradited to New York. Mangione was denied bail after prosecutors said he was too dangerous. Why is he yelling? Didn't he do what he wanted to do? What he said he was going to do? What's he yelling about? Huh? We're going to look into it. Let's get it. He was trying to be like the Unabomber. Was he? Well, the Unabomber is, U.S. made in the USA. Shout out Yarv, tapping in early today. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Hit that like button. Buddy used subsonic rounds. That's why he kept, his hammer kept jamming. He wrote 3 pages. Sounded like a cereal box. Looks like the start of his plan was well executed, but his escape was not. It seems so. It seems like it all fell apart. It seems like he gave up on it. You know? All right, but let's get it. Salutes to y'all. Hundreds up in the chat. All right. Let me get this out of here. So we read that timeline. We got that. Let's go to the manifesto quickly. He needed a Gatorade, Ivan. He had to stop. He needed some electrolytes. All right. Let's get to this manifesto quickly. Shout out Ken Klippenstein. Shout out Ken Klippenstein. See? Jonathan said, "I just got informed my insurance will no longer be covering any of my doctors or local hospital." That's what the fuck we talking about here. That's frustrating. All right, we're going to talk about that. William Borden. Trying to look like the Unabomber with the manifesto. Maybe he was a patsy like Oswald. Well, listen, that is the question that when people have been telling me about this story, I've been asking. You know, is he a patsy? Is that what he's yelling about to, to the media? We'll see. All right, let's look into this. Shout out Ken Klippenstein. I've obtained a copy of suspected unaliver Luigi Mangione's manifesto, the real one, not the forgery circulating online. Major media outlets are also in possession of the document, but have refused to publish it and not even articulated a reason why. My queries to the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN, and NBC to explain their rationale for withholding the manifesto while gladly quoting from it selectively have not been answered, of course. They're protecting these dirtbag insurance companies. They're protecting the stock market, right? People say, "Oh, but Shai, it's just business." I mean, it's business. When people's lives are on the fucking line, it's business, yeah. Guess it is. Maybe that business needs to adapt. You know? Maybe that's what Luigi Mangione was talking about. You know what I mean? Look at Jonathan said he got to find new insurance before 2025. Now, I'm not going to sit here and put Jonathan's medical history out there, you know what I'm saying? But for somebody that needs it like Jonathan to have to deal with this type of bullshit is the type of shit, this is why this type of shit happens. This is why it happens. No, so I got to go check hers too. Salute Zachary Lightner on the check-in. What's poppin' shy? Salutes. You know, and Jonathan got to find one before 2025. When's 2025? Couple days, huh? Yeah. This is America. Right? So yeah, they've not answered to why they've been quoting it selectively because they don't want the truth to come out or they don't want more people. But everybody knows what these insurance companies are doing. But what can they say? Huh? You're at the mercy of the shit. I have more to say on this later on how unhealthy the media's drift away from public disclosure is. But for now, here's the manifesto. Let's get it. These are supposed words of Luigi Mangione. Shout out Zachary. I got no insurance. F insurance. That's great, but it's not that easy for some people, you know. Shout out Zaza. Yeah, that's frustrating. Here we go. Luigi Mangione's manifesto. To the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. To save you a lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. That's convenient for them. This was fairly trivial. Some elementary social engineering, basic CAD, and a lot of patience. A spiral notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I do apologize for any strife of traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank roughly number 42 in life expectancy. United is the indecipherable, there was a word they couldn't decipher there. I'm sure it was probably single. United is the single largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, and Walmart. It has grown and grown, it has grown and grown, but as our life expectancy? No, the reality is these indecipherables have simply gotten too powerful. He's on some checks and balances. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja. I heard he had chronic pain after bad surgery. From my understanding, it was his mother, Jonathan. Salutes. Ron's other alter ego in the building. Manifesto hype. Facts. Salutes. Hangout, man. Salutes. Ego, tell me what you think about this shit. All right? So, boom. Where we at? The reality is, it says indecipherable. I'm going to put these motherfuckers has simply gotten too powerful. And they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it. And we just take that shit, man. Americans have gotten into the business of eating shit for a long time. Right? And then they slowly change the amounts of shit that you eat so you don't even notice how much shit you eating at a certain point. You know what I mean? Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed, example given, Rosenthal and Moore, decades ago, and the problems simply remain. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play. Evidently, I'm the first to face it with such a brutal honesty. What's up? I gotta type my email to get more. Is that it? Where's the part about his mama? Hold on, let me see. What I gotta do here? Let me see.
That can't be it. Let me see. Boom. Subscribe. Let me get the rest of that shit. Now, I don't want to make a whole thing. All right, where can I get the full manifesto? Let me see. Let me try that again. Let's see. Full Luigi Mangione manifesto. It's a lot of syllables going on over here. I mean, a lot of the whole thing. Let me get it. Oh, manifesto. Got this full manifesto revealed. Let's see. Let's see if TMZ is going to keep it thorough with the manifesto over here. Let's see. See, they say it was revealed, but they don't want to let you see it, which is crazy. Full manifesto revealed. Let me see it. Here we go. Send us right back here, but I guess that's it. I thought he explained more about his mother, but we'll look into it. We'll find it. Because there's more shit to look into over here. All right, so now that we got the timeline and we got the gist of it, he didn't get into personals in what we just read, but what he did get into is the fact that this has gone unchecked. These people have become monsters, and don't worry, I did this. I was a lone gunman. All right, the lone gunman. All right, so I went back. Let me go back some days. I'm gonna start at the beginning.
Well, police in New York are searching for the man who killed UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. This is a wild story. The killer shot Thompson as he arrived at an investors conference. Surveillance video shows the shooter lying in wait, and officials believe this was a targeted attack. And this morning, we're learning new details about when the suspect may have arrived and a possible clue for his motive. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest on this investigation from Washington. Good morning to you, Christiane.
Good morning. Investigators believe the shooter is proficient in firearms, but because of what he carried on him and his approach during the killing, they do not believe he was a hitman. This morning, new surveillance video shows what appears to be the man who shot and killed UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City, appearing to carry an e-bike battery possibly used in the getaway.
Every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack.
20 minutes after this surveillance.
What do you think? You thought it wasn't premeditated and pre-planned? Definitely premeditated and pre-planned. But again, they didn't know nothing at this time.
Surveillance video was taken around 6:40.
Right. Young powerful guy. He shot his cuffs upstairs. He's going down to his conference. And it was a wrap for him. The plug that has been pulled on so many people over him was pulled on him.
5 a.m. Wednesday, the gunman.
All right, look at this. Big old suppressor. He pop out in the night. This don't make him a professional hitman. The fact that he's wearing dark clothes and just understand something. This is, I believe the sun is up already at this time. You know what I mean? This don't make him a super assassin. Does it make him a dude that came to do a job and he showed up and he did it? He did that shit. He showed up and he did that. Now, I did see a video of him walking by a trash heap in New York and putting something small in there. Don't know what that was. I seen it all in pieces. So.
Then approached Thompson as he arrived at an investors conference, firing multiple times until his gun jams. He clears the barrel before firing again. The suspect runs through an alley, police say, then hops on an e-bike, disappearing into Central Park.
An e-bike? The boy got on an e-bike? Was it a city e-bike or was it like, did he have to put his credit card in to use that e-bike?
Police recovered a water bottle, a candy wrapper, and a cell phone they believe are linked to the shooter. And detectives discovered writing on the shell case.
Where'd they find that? You just throwing water bottles and you just throwing candy wrappers all over the place. Shout out GC, subsonic rounds don't slow the gun to cycle properly. Yeah, and from my understanding is that this had 3D printed
casings
parts,
found at the
so
scene with
that
the
probably
words
don't
deny, defend, and depose, sources tell ABC News. UnitedHealthcare is the largest.
Deny.
And detectives
defend,
discovered
and oppose.
writing on the shell casings found at the scene with the words deny, defend, and depose.
So what was in the rest of the hammer? What didn't come out? Was there some words on whatever was inside, inside the ghost hammer? Huh? Or did he perfectly get off the 3 words that he wanted to get off? Bow, deny, defend, depose. Huh? Because it did jam up on him. He lucky and blow up in his hand.
Pose, sources tell ABC News. UnitedHealthcare is the largest private health insurer in the U.S. Among companies in the health insurance market, it ranks highest when it comes to the percentage of claims denied, nearly twice the industry average. Thompson worked at UnitedHealthcare for 20 years and was promoted to CEO in 2021. The 50-year-old Minnesota native was also a father of 2. His wife tells ABC the family is shattered, describing Thompson as loving, generous, and talented.
Sure.
Detectives are now running tests to see if there are any traces of fingerprints or DNA on the items the shooter appears to have left behind. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
He appeared to leave behind. Wait. What did he leave behind?
Detectives are now running tests to see if there are any traces of fingerprints or DNA on the items the shooter appears to have left behind.
Shout out William Borden. That was a coffee cup. Never get info from the news. Salutes. Let's see what everybody's talking about. All right. So that was 7 days ago.
I'm joined now by Michael Alcazar. He is a retired NYPD detective and now a professor in the Department of Law, Political Science.
Let's see how much people got wrong leading up to actually catching Luigi.
Science and Criminal Justice at John Jay College. And John Muffler is a former assistant chief deputy with the U.S. Marshals Service. He's
Shout out Eddie Jimenez. Those are the 3 words insurance companies use to avoid payments on claims. It's crazy. So, but here's my thing. So then there had to be more words. Because imagine his whole plan is, I'm gonna drop these words on him, right? But he only get off 2 shots before that ghost hammer goes to shit, huh? He didn't get his full message out, right? So there had to be more words in there. I see what he's doing though. He's making a statement. He's making a statement. Now, did he make this statement on his own or did he make this statement alone? We're gonna see.
overseen dozens of manhunts for dangerous offenders. Michael, I'd like to begin with you, if I can, and that extraordinary blanket of public cameras. I get it, the private cameras are there too, they will play in, but the public cameras and the facial recognition technology, can they recognize a face that's covered to here? Because this is what he looked like in the Starbucks. He was covered up to here, and you could just see the eyes. But can there be better technology out there that can see the eyes better and actually get a read on who he is?
See, because I keep seeing all of these pictures and all of this, and people are like, oh, different colors. Well, cameras are funny, there's different lighting. But I don't see the front pockets that I saw in the other picture on this guy right here. But we'll see if any of this makes sense. Maybe he did change clothes. Shout out Oso. This is just going to give the government an excuse to crack down on people printing guns. Man, they've been trying to do that for years. They're screaming to let them out in the jails.
Yeah, with facial rec, we could definitely identify facial features, given that if this particular suspect is in a database, like we have photo manager, we have perpetrators we've arrested, and if they're a repeat offender and we use facial recognition, we can definitely identify them, even if it's a partial, of the face. So that's definitely a possibility.
So, John, you brought up something really interesting to one of our producers, and that was that police won't just be looking at the cameras that are trained on wherever he was this morning. They'll be looking at that same location past days and past weeks for scouting Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so this is clearly this is a targeted attack of violence. And so in past public figure attacks.
So that's the bag they found in Central Park, right? So he leaves that bag in Central Park, but he takes the hammer, he takes the fake IDs, he takes the passports, he takes the manifesto, he takes all that with him to PA, all the way to the McDonald's after he's done his SWAT attempts over the phone, however he did it. After he sent his threats to whatever insurers out there, then he just went to McDonald's with another backpack full of the stuff that he used in New York. I'm not understanding that part. Tell me where I'm crazy. That's what there's a chat for. Checks and balances.
Just looking at it in its history, this person didn't come out of thin air. So this is a planned event. So he didn't just show up this morning at 6:46 or whatever time that was. Assassins, and this is what this person is, they do advanced work. They have an advanced plan of escape. So my sense would be, my experience tells me that he had done his homework and he was there before, right? And he knew his escape route, where he was going to go, where he was going to put the bike, get to the bike and take that route into Central Park. And from there, we don't know yet. But my feeling is that he had done advanced planning and advanced practicing. That was part of his attack cycle. It was to get out of that and go in that direction. So
yeah, you know what?
I imagine he
maybe back on the tapes.
Practiced
he might not be.
And let me ask another question. Can y'all explain to me, maybe I'm wrong, why a ghost hammer? Huh? Kid with some bread. I'm sure he could get himself a cerealless hammer and handle his business. I'm sure he don't have to go to the Bass Pro Shop and grab something. But why this play hammer that he got over here jamming up on him and shit? Because I'm sure that wasn't in his plans. You know what I mean?
My feeling is that he had done advanced planning and advanced practicing. That was part of his attack cycle.
It looks like he knew he was going to have to cycle that thing. Let me see.
Into Central Park. And from there, we don't know yet. But my feeling is that he had done advanced planning.
It was like he knew. First one went off, boom, cycle it.
And advanced practicing.
Boom.
That was part of his attack cycle. It was to get out of that
Got nothing.
and go in that direction. So
yeah, you know what?
I imagine he
maybe back on the tapes. He might not be wearing
looking back in these cameras.
He might not be wearing the face covering, right? Like that. That's what's fascinating. If you go back days to see if he's done the scouting that you are most assuredly, assuming that he has done, and I don't doubt that. You don't do this.
So at this point, they hadn't seen his face yet, or they hadn't found any footage of his face yet.
Scouting. Maybe he won't have face covering on. Michael, talk to me about the bulging backpack, because at first I just saw an expensive gray backpack, but then looking closer, it was full to the brim. What does that tell you?
Yeah, maybe part of his planning was like to dip into the park, and then maybe he had a change of clothes. Maybe somebody was meeting him in the park to help him, get away. So, the clothing is important because, as you mentioned.
And what did they say what they found in the bag in Central Park? We know what you found on him in the McDonald's, but what did you find in the bag in Central Park?
It's expensive. He looks like he's wearing expensive gear. I don't think he bought it just for this assassination. I think this is what he normally wears. And now that we've broadcasted his image everywhere, we have Crime Stoppers working and tips are coming in.
That's a good call. He said he looked like he got some bread. Hit the like button, y'all. He looked like he got some money.
He's going to recognize him. Somebody's going to recognize his gait, like your other guest mentioned before, his clothing. So that's going to be important clues.
Yeah, and somebody pointed out that this backpack is a $300 backpack. John, does that tell you that this is a rich guy? Does it tell you it's a hitman? Does it tell you it's a disgruntled employee? Does it tell you it's another executive who maybe doesn't want to be named in the investigations that they're under, which I'll get into in a little bit in the show?
Yeah, I think what the backpack tells me, the color of it, is distinctive. It is obviously expensive. He's wearing a black jacket and hoodie, but the combination of the two different colors makes it easier looking at camera images to identify a person in two-tone.
Shout out William Borden. He said they found the Monopoly money in the coat. Now, I feel like I heard JD DeLay talking about this, and he said maybe dude's idea was to throw the Monopoly money all over dude, but when the hammer started jamming, it just threw his whole plan off. He had a plan. I got everything written on these shells. I got the Monopoly money. Got the bike over there, the bag, bet. And he was going to pull some movie shit, but it don't always go according to plan. Shout out Young Jizzo on the check-in. Feria. Got that bread. Look at him.
So, again, I agree with your past guests. Not a professional, but certainly somebody that I think
There you go. He nailed it. They nailed it. Not a professional. Not a professional, but somebody got some papers. Maybe a couple of millions. What do we know? I mean,
PD, as they're sifting through the thousands of camera views, that's a baseline change in imaging, and I think that's definitely a mistake that he made in the two-tone colors with the jacket and the backpack there.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com.
Shout out Ivan, leave us on the check-in. What's up, Shy? Hope everyone's doing good. Salutes to you, sir. Appreciate you. Salutes to everybody else in the building. If you have yet to hit the like button, please do. All right, let's move on. We did this. What do we got here?
City after police say a man shot and killed the CEO of UnitedHealthcare in a targeted attack.
Brian Thompson was shot in the back as he was heading
There you go. It was for the monopoly of health insurance.
To a conference at the Hilton Hotel in the middle of Manhattan. He later died at the hospital. This morning, we're learning chilling new details about the case that include that the ammo used had words written on them, including deny, defend, and depose.
We do want to warn you, some of the footage we're about to show you may be disturbing to watch. NBC's Stephanie Goss is tracking the latest.
This morning, a killer remains on the loose after brazenly murdering Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare. It happened on the streets of Midtown Manhattan early Wednesday morning. NBC News learning he left a chilling message. The words deny, defend, and depose were discovered on the shell casings at the scene, according to a senior law enforcement official.
This does not appear to be a random act of violence.
No.
Every indication is that this was a premeditated.
And you got to give it to Buddy. He stalked dude, and he got dude. Right? I'm sure there was other stuffy, Money McPhersons walking into that building. He got the one that he was after, I guess.
Pre-planned, targeted attack.
NBC News obtained this video of the shooting from a law enforcement official briefed on the investigation. The NYPD says Thompson was walking to an investors conference at a hotel. The gunman, wearing a hoodie, ski mask, and gray backpack, had been waiting for his target for several minutes, stepping out and firing multiple rounds from behind, hitting Thompson at least twice in his back and calf, according to police. At one point, the gun appeared to jam.
It does seem that he's proficient in the use of firearms, as he was able to clear the malfunctions pretty quickly.
4 minutes later, officers arrived on the scene, but the shooter had already fled on an e-bike, riding towards Central Park. Police releasing these photos taken before the shooting, showing the man at a Starbucks, and releasing this photo of him on a bike. The New York Times published surveillance footage it says was taken near the scene roughly 10 minutes before the shooting. NBC News reached out to the NYPD.
Who's he talking to? His handlers? Shout out Booby H on the check-in. Salutes.
For comment on the video and did not hear back. United Health Group, which owns UnitedHealthcare, writing in a statement,
I don't understand, Young Jizzle, why he would choose to go with that hammer. With a 3D printed lower, a quote-unquote ghost hammer. Why? Why would he choose that? I've seen clues of this all in the latest Batman. Bruce Wayne even wore the same outfit.
We are deeply saddened and shocked at the passing of our dear friend and colleague. Thompson lived in Minnesota with his wife Paulette and 2 children. In a phone conversation with an NBC News digital reporter, his wife said Thompson had been receiving recent threats, but had not changed his routine. She also spoke to NBC's Minneapolis affiliate.
Brian was a wonderful.
They're gonna look into that and see how long he's been harassing them.
Wonderful person with a big heart and who lived life to the fullest.
Yeah, I mean, I bet he did. But how about the people that they denied? The people that pay into that shit every day, so that they could depend on it when they need it. When they need it. Because you can't tell me, oh, but Shy, it's just, they only deny the ones that are not, bullshit. Seen it, own eyes. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. He wasn't thinking, nah, there's no way. There's no way you're walking around with, a money backpack, money jacket, you're Luigi Mangione, and you just run around with a 3D printed hammer. Shout out Pure Art. It's been crazy since the last live. For us all, my friend. For us all. He from the Bay Area. That's your boy. Salute to him. He was with you, right? He didn't do this. He was with you. All right, let's get this out of here.
Police have released photos of the person they want to question following the shooting death of health insurance CEO Brian Thompson outside a hotel in New York. Meg Oliver has the details.
Today, the NYPD.
All right, so this is the image, I believe, at the hostel. That they said at the hostel he took his mask down. And I guess maybe this is somewhere else. Now, it looks the same. We got the same bars on the floor. This is definitely a different jacket than what he had on in New York. He had a backpack for the Monopoly money, yes.
Released 2 new photos of the man wanted for questioning in connection with the murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. One of the photos shows him smiling. The timeline of the shocking crime played out like this. At 6:15 a.m., the shooter exited a subway station north of the Hilton Hotel. 2 minutes later, cameras inside a nearby Starbucks captured his partially covered face. Around 6:30 a.m., surveillance video obtained by the New York Times shows the gunman talking on a cell phone while walking toward the scene. Minutes later, he shot and killed Thompson outside the hotel.
Let me tell you something, man. If I'm out there and I'm going to 3D printing hammer was legit. Technology is crazy, but evidently not, because, again, if GC's right, he was using subsonic rounds, but it didn't work out for him. It did its job, but it could have gone bad for him. Yeah, he wrote something on there. He wrote deny, depose, defend on the shells. But damn it, what was I saying? Interrupted my thought. Shit. I just don't get it. It seemed like he wanted to get caught. I lost my thought fucking with Pure Art, but we're going to keep it moving. It'll come back to me.
Before escaping through an alleyway, then while walking.
The phone. If I'm going to do a walk up on somebody, right? Man, ain't nothing important enough for me to be on the phone, man. Talking to nobody. I'm not thinking about that unless it has something to do with what I'm doing. Right? Especially that this dude ain't some asesino that has years of. I'm sure there's guys out there that's like, yeah, all right, baby, make sure you keep dinner warm for me. And then they hang up the phone and then they smoke everything, right? He's not that guy. So who's he talking to on that phone leading up to what he's about to do? I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Toward the scene.
I'm either talking to somebody that's involved in what I'm doing, or I'm not talking to nobody. Ain't nothing to say.
Minutes later, he shot and killed Thompson outside the hotel before escaping through an alleyway, then riding a bike to Central Park, where police say he was spotted on surveillance cameras. Less than 15 minutes after the shooting, he left the park and was seen on a home security camera.
I wouldn't call this person a professional. Professionals, hitmen, assassins, they're in and out. And they're gone.
Professional hitmen wouldn't stop at a Starbucks.
They're not there to have a coffee before.
They're not there to have a coffee. They're not there to talk on the phone. None of that. So they all nailed it, and they knew he wasn't a professional. The people thought he was, because the people like, damn, he cold. Look at him. He just popped out of the darkness. Bye-bye. That was a whole shit show in itself.
CBS News has confirmed the words delay, deny, and possibly depose were written using a Sharpie on shell casings recovered
delay,
from the scene.
Deny? Let's get that out of there. All right, this is surveillance video tracking the suspect. Let's check this out. That CEO just got $10 million from 2020 to 2023. $10 million, right? For himself, $10 million. When imagine how many 1 million of that would help in getting people where they needed to go and getting them what they needed to you know. It's a scam, bro. These dudes, they have failing companies. They get these big bonuses. You know, their family get the best medical care, and everybody else fend for yourself. Even though you pay us your hard-earned money every day of your life, so that you can depend on us when shit goes left. You can't even do that. It doesn't exist. The villains in the movie wanted to get caught too, right? Just wanted to burn. All right, let's see what this is about. Surveillance videos track shooting suspects' movements after unaliving of UnitedHealthcare CEO. Was crazy. You can't escape it. Look, they even got
the average person sees around 10,000 online ads daily.
Hey,
here's how a man's life would
deli guys everywhere, bro.
change if he used pot.
Boom, there he is. Popped out what? He popped out the subway? Well, think about it, y'all. They call it just business, all right? Shout out Pierre R. He said other countries have free health care. Out the billions that the healthcare, you know, these other places have healthcare, whatever. There's no problem with the U.S. having free healthcare, Shy. My thing is, man, you know, at what point it's like that Martin Shkreli guy. As soon as he bought the HIV medication, he skyrocketed the price. They call it business, but it's price gouging, and it's holding people hostage. And it's a form of genocide, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? You're controlling people's lives. Whether they live or die, you're controlling this. Nah, that's too crazy. And he go home with his 10 millions, with his son, Britt and Biff, and his wife, Jennifer. Like, come on, man. Nah. I get it. I feel him. America, dog, it's all a scam. This is a giant scam. He hauling ass. This is after the fact. He out of there. Don't look like he tripping. 4. Oh, so that, okay, so when he was on that bike, he was headed there. Okay. Thought that was him getting away on the bike.
50-year-old Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, was shot and killed in what appears, at this early stage of our investigation, to be a brazen, targeted attack. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. The victim was in New York City to speak at an investor conference. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf.
From video, we see at 6:44 a.m., the victim is walking alone towards the Hilton after exiting his hotel across the street. We believe the victim was headed to the Hilton Hotel to attend the United Health Group Investors Conference that was scheduled to start at 8 a.m. The shooter appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack. The shooter
light brown or cream-colored jacket?
Steps onto the side. He's wearing a light brown or cream. The shooter appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack. The shooter steps onto the sidewalk from behind the car. He ignores numerous other pedestrians, approaches the victim from behind, and shoots him in the back. The shooter then walks toward the victim and continues to shoot. It appears that the gun malfunctions as he clears the jam and begins to fire again.
About an hour and 20 minutes before the start of the conference, is there any indication that he was going to meet someone? Because it's pretty early. Is he on his way to meet someone there at the conference?
He leaves the hotel dressed like he's going to be attending the conference. We're working with his co-workers and other people that he planned on attending the conference with to get that information. But as of right now, he's in charge of the conference, so we believe he was getting.
Shout out Dan McD. My money is on a connection to a government agency. If that's the case, will we ever know? Shout out Pooh, Hitman on the bike. Healthcare is free in your country, huh, William Borden? So these guys ain't getting smoked over there. William, tell these people what's up.
Getting there to help set up.
Okay, and then just the city bike, if I may. Do we know where that city bike is now? Does he dock it or does he keep riding it?
We're still tracking video. The last we see with him on that bike is in Central Park.
Is there a way to track that bike?
There are GPSs on those bikes. We'll be working with the company.
All right, we're going to move over.
It was a city bike?
We're still tracking video.
Is now, does he dock it or does he, like, if I may, do we know where that city bike is now?
It's a city bike.
And then just the city bike, if I may.
I thought it was funny, but it's a city bike.
Do we know where that city bike is now? Does he dock it or does he keep riding it?
We're still tracking video. The last we see with him on that bike is in Central Park.
Is there a way to track that bike?
There are GPSs on those bikes. We'll be working with the company.
All right, we're going to move over. We're going to go NJ Perkins.
It was a city bike.
Chief, were any words exchanged? If so, what were the words? I'm told a cell phone was recovered in an alleyway on his escape route. Does that appear to be connected to the suspect?
We're working through that cell phone. Obviously, we'll be processing it forensically. And as far as words being exchanged, we do not have audio of the incident. We only have the regular video.
But nothing from witnesses?
Nothing. Well, there was one witness standing right next to the victim when he was shot. We're still trying to identify that victim. Excuse me, that witness.
We're going to go over to Aaron.
They can't even identify the person that was standing right there. You should have done the Michael Corleone and fled to Sicily. Here's the thing. He could have just gone to McDonald's without having the gun in his bag. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to understand that part still. That part is lost on me. Shout out William Borden, as South Park would say. Shout out Canada. Salutes Canada.
Chief, was he checked into the hotel across the street alone? Was he in the city alone? Was he accompanied by anybody? Did he have any known enemies or anyone that you've been able to find so far?
Like I said, we're reaching out to law enforcement in Minnesota, and we're also interviewing his co-workers and family members to see if there have been any specific threats against him in the past. As far as who was he in the hotel with, we're doing a search warrant in his hotel room right now. That might lead us, give us some more information.
All right, we're going to go over to Dean Moses.
A couple of questions. One, based on the surveillance you've seen of this individual, do you feel like he's professional? You mentioned that he did a good spell. Do you feel like this was a professional individual who took this man's life? And also, will it affect in any way Tree Light tonight?
I'll answer the.
All right, so Pure Art said Luigi come. Well, you jumped in here late. We already talked about he come from a rich family, but why he got a shit gun, bro? He caught the bus and checked his bags with a ghost gun in. It's just too many weird situations with that hammer and everything he was walking around with. All right. He plugs dude. He takes off on the bike with the backpack. He takes the jacket off and leaves it with the backpack and the Monopoly money, right? From that point, in what does he carry? The hammer, the fake IDs, and all of the things. Does he still have it on his person? Does he have it in a bag? I'm not understanding. Then he gets back to PA with the weapon, with the IDs, and all of that. There's something missing in there. Tell me if I'm wrong.
The part about whether or not he's a professional, that we have no way of knowing that. From watching the video, it does seem that he's proficient in the use of firearms, as he was able to clear the malfunctions pretty quickly.
And this shooting comes on the same day as large crowds gather for the Rockefeller tree lighting. Security is now higher. We have two reports. Anthony Carlo on that heightened security in Midtown, but we're going to begin with NJ Burkett and the shooting itself. He's at the Hilton in Midtown Manhattan. Newt?
Yeah, right, Bill, a trove of forensic evidence and now a possible motive that the...
You got to start with his background. Well, we're about to get to that. Salutes. What you expect? It's a printed gun, bro. What you expect? I expect him to use a not printed gun. You know what I'm saying? That's what I expect. I expect him to use something tried and true that would do the job, and he can go on with his cool ass plan of, you know, pouring the monopoly money on Buddy, but none of that happened. Why? Because he started jamming up quick. You know what I mean? So that's my thought on it. Salutes. Hunters up in the chat. All right. Let me get out of here. Let me see if this video got anything else to offer. I don't see nothing here. That's what I expect. But it shoots metal ammunition. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. But cool, I get it. But what's the point, man? Everything was all cool, and then you got a melting down ass hammer.
Tonight, the frantic manhunt continues for the...
All right, so let's get that. We're done with that.
FBI is now offering a $50,000 reward to help find the suspect in the shooting death, I should say, of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. This comes as the NYPD has found new evidence in the case. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the latest.
Trying hard to not be found.
The FBI is now assisting in a nationwide manhunt for the suspect in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Friday, law enforcement sources told ABC News investigators believe they were able to find DNA samples from several pieces of evidence discovered at or near the scene.
He probably is Magneto. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Needed to train him better, of course. Absolutely.
Found the missing backpack of the 7 new. The FBI is now assisting in a nationwide manhunt for the suspect in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Friday, law enforcement sources told ABC News investigators believe they were able to find DNA samples from several pieces of evidence discovered at or near the scene. Police also found the missing backpack of the suspect while searching Central Park, the last place he had been seen riding a bike directly after the shooting. Police believe he has since left the city. Investigators believe the suspect arrived in New York 10 days before the shooting, boarding a Greyhound bus somewhere between Atlanta and Washington, D.C. Detectives are using facial recognition technology for these images of the suspect's face, captured when a clerk checked him into a hostel and asked to see his face.
As his picture moves more and more into various states, in particular between Atlanta and New York City,
that picture is what
you're going to get more and more people calling in. And as long as the local affiliates, the local newspapers, and law enforcement keep that picture up, somebody is going to ID him.
The words deny, defend, and depose were found on the shell casings, a possible reference to the ways insurance companies avoid paying medical claims. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC 7 Chicago.
I want to see when they capture him or let's see. There we go. No, I want the first shit. Let me see. From days ago. I want the McDonald's story. Yeah, he knew he was gonna be seen. That's why. Why the disguise? I don't know. Let me see. Where's this McDonald's joint though? I want to hear the McDonald's story. Here we go. Oh shit. They put him on blast.
We've been following the case since early yesterday morning, 9:15. He was taken into custody at the McDonald's. As of course, we're learning that a customer spotted that familiar face a worker at the McDonald's. Then authorities tracked down Luigi Mangione. Fox News Digital was able to speak to a man named Larry, who's a regular there.
Larry, they put your whole name on blast. Larry, put your face out there. Now everybody mad at you. Leave Larry alone, man. Larry was doing his thing. He didn't know what was happening. He was turning in an unaliver. Right? He's a civilian. Leave him alone.
Let's take a listen to what he witnessed inside of this restaurant yesterday morning.
I mean, a group of us are here every day, and one of my friends, and I thought he was kidding.
Your friend sent you off. You didn't even see him first. Your friend was like, "That's Buddy right there," and he let you do it. Now look at you.
When the shooter, I'm assuming was the shooter who they made the arrest on, came in, he made a comment, "God, that looks like the shooter from New York." But I thought he was, the group of us, I thought it was more of a joke. And we were kidding about it. But then as it turned out, it was him. And like I said, the employee that thought it was him that I guess started the initial investigation on it. I talked.
Okay, so it was an employee. All right, it was an employee. PR, what money? Oh, the you're talking about the reward. They didn't give him the reward, not him, because now he's saying it was an employee.
To her later, I said, was I here when he came in? And she goes, yeah. And she goes, actually, you and your friends and all were making a joke, almost like saying, you know. And that's pretty much about it. I mean,
so then he got sent off. The employee got sent off by everybody.
Ordered, went to the rear of the store and sat.
All right, you're just hearing there from a customer.
The manager was like, "Enough! Get this out of our establishment. Y'all wilding right now." All right. I don't see any backpack here. I see the same chair. Oh, I see the strap here, but I don't see one here. See the same chair
at the McDonald's yesterday morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where the ultimate. All right, you're just hearing there from a customer at the McDonald's yesterday morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where the ultimate conclusion to this tragic story as he was taken into custody a short time later, as we're learning more information that Mangione had a gun on him, as well as writings expressing anger at corporate America. And almost a week ago, last Wednesday morning, the UnitedHealthcare CEO was gunned down on a New York City sidewalk outside of this Hilton Midtown Manhattan hotel. Investigators analyzed DNA samples, fingerprints, and internet addresses. When arrest came 5 days later, the investigative efforts shared credit with the civilian's instincts as a customer at McDonald's in a restaurant in Pennsylvania noticed another patron who resembled the man in a security camera photo that New York police had publicized. Luigi Nicholas Mangione, a 26-year-old Ivy League grad from a prominent Maryland real estate family, was arrested on Monday in the killing of Brian Thompson, who is headed, of course, one of the largest United States medical insurance companies. Mangione remained jailed in Pennsylvania, where he was initially charged with the possession of an unlicensed firearm, forgery, and also providing false identification to police. Late evening yesterday, prosecutors in Manhattan had added charges of murder to that case. And of course, we're learning more about those filings here on Live Now from Fox as we continue to detail it into the evening.
All right. Excuse me. Let's get it. Rest in peace, Thompson. Free Magneto. Ivy League school, no criminal background, traveled across multiple states with a $300 backpack, a Glock with a suppressor. A Glock with a 3D printed lowers, from my understanding. And went to multiple places that have multiple camera angles. hence the mask. You know, he tried to keep a cover up, but why you walking around with the hammer all over Pennsylvania and McDonald's and shit? Luigi's a goofy ass name. They didn't even give him the money. He still has to depend on McDonald's with his new reputation. He didn't get the report because he didn't get the reward because he didn't call the hotline first. They got him on a loophole, or they got the employee on a loophole. He turned himself in and told the employee, look, they won't even give him the money. So you're saying he told the employee he was who he was? Damn it, all problems. You take a cheap bag when you go to do something like this. You only use cash. He looks like he's been through some shit since those pictures were taken. Pulled down face cover. I mean, again, he wasn't a pro. He wanted to get murked. This is a crazy... Now, if he wanted to get murked, I mean, he could have got murked. I know he was heated when they said you should have called the hotline first, so now you can't get the money. That's bananas. That's crazy. They caught him in a loophole. All right, now I want to see the video of him going to the courthouse.
All right, welcome back in here too, live now from Fox. I am Andy Mack, and just 24 hours after Luigi Mangione arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
He wasn't trying to get away with it. So if you're not trying to get away with it, why even wear the mask? You know what I'm saying? Why run at all? I guess he wasn't done. What was he doing in McDonald's? I heard he was chatting it up with a chick. Somebody said he was talking to a piece of ass in there and shit. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Salute to y'all for hanging out with me. Hundreds up in the chat.
Bueno, y el Rocha. Zoraida sent $5 completely off topic, mono con los ojos tapados, but felicidades a todos, diagonal las lupes, cañón de confetti, hope all you had a great day, 100 puntos.
Shout out Zoraida for the $5 power check. Completely off topic, but that shit said monito sin ojos or some shit. I'm gonna play it again. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. But felicidades a todos. Las Lupes, hope you all had a great day. Salutes to you, Zoraida. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the $5 power chat. Salutes.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha. Zoraida sent $5 completely off topic, mono con los ojos tapados, but felicidades a todos, diagonal las lupes, cañón de confetti, hope all you had a great day, 100 puntos.
Yo, I gotta get that soundbite. Mono con los ojos tapados. I gotta use that soundbite in here.
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your
Salud,
bubble.
Zoraida. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha.
Salud.
Bueno, y el Rocha.
That shit is great. Mono con los ojos tapados.
There is an extradition hearing going on right now, trying to get him back to New York as he now faces charges of murder in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. I do want to take you out to a moment.
Estos puntos. That's just funny.
Just a little bit ago, as Mangione going into this extradition hearing, you see him shouting at the media. Let's take you out to this moment here on Live Now from Fox.
All right, guys, what's happening?
Down.
It's completely out of touch. And it's insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
They're clearly out of touch. It's an insult to the intelligence of the American people. What is? Your capture? Are you a patsy? What are we talking about here? If you wanted to get caught, what are you lamenting about to the media? And I need to get a transcript of exactly what he said. Got a couple of pieces of it, but Dan McD said his parents are wealthy people in real estate business. We're about to get into that. His parents likely have connections to the government and government agencies. If you ask Malia, he'll tell you it's all connected. That shit goes together with everything. Diddy, everything. Epstein, all of that shit. Wish they let him go free. Salutes. Salutes, Zoraida. Hold on, no English. Monos con los ojos tapados.
All right, that was the moment just a little bit ago going into
This guy see the future with those glasses right there.
this extradition here.
Look at him. Mad futuristic.
We did see Luigi last night, the 26-year-old, going into the arraignment hearing. He did not make any comments.
Did they shut down his channel, Pure Art? Or is his channel still up?
To the media. This time he was shouting at the media as he can be heard yelling something of the like that said, quote, an insult to the intelligence of the American people. As he was led into this facility, Mangione wanted in New York for charges including murder in the second degree, criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, and criminal possession of a forged instrument in the second degree. So that was the moment just a little bit ago, and hopefully we'll hear coming up from authorities there on the ground in Pennsylvania as they were talking about the protocols in place to be moved from his arrest in Pennsylvania on to New York.
New quick actions and Adobe Light.
Here is the image of him in the taxi cab, like Buddy's just leaving the clues everywhere. Hey, Luigi Mangione here. Holla at your boy. All right, so yeah, he wasn't trying to go nowhere. All right, let's look into him. See what they're talking about when it comes to him. Oh, what else I have here? Boom. Did all of that. I hope that's the rest of the manifesto. I didn't read about his mother, but let's see what we can find on him. Luigi Mangione. Everything to know. That's 2 days ago. Let me get something. Let's see if we got something from today. I like Long Crime Network. Let's see. Imagine the parents reacting and seeing him on the news. Imagine his parents. Man, this whole thing, I don't know. They're definitely not going to tell us everything. Nah, that's for sure. Shout out JFL on the check-in. Salutes to you. Well, it looks like he was reported missing days before.
Inmates at the maximum security state prison where accused assassin Luigi Mangione is being held yell out their support on live TV.
Free Luigi! Luigi's conditions suck!
The inmates had TVs tuned to News Nation's Ashley Banfield, who waved to them as her colleague was reporting right outside the prison.
Can I just ask the guys if they can hear me right now to answer yes or no very loud? Does Luigi have television in his single cell?
They riding for Luigi in there, boy. Shout out Booby. Adults don't go missing. They're lying to us. Adults do go missing.
Wow, this is quite something. This is the strangest interview I've ever conducted.
We're learning that Luigi Mangione's mom was frantically searching for him in the days leading up to his alleged assassination of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Kathleen Mangione filed a missing persons report with San Francisco police on November 18th. The report says she last spoke to Luigi on July 1st, 2024, and that the online car sales company he worked for was permanently closed and the main number disconnected. Mangione had ghosted his family. His mom had not heard from him for 140 days. Even senior NYPD officers are shocked that no one in the wealthy Maryland clan contacted police after these surveillance photos were seen across America.
Where was the family? Where were all the other people? If you saw me, my mother saw me, my dad saw me, they were like, that's Kaz's daughter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And could Mangione base a defense on the excruciating back pain he suffered? He had a spinal misalignment.
Oh, so it was him, not his mom. Okay, my apologies to Jonathan Pantoja, because he said it was him. I thought it was his mom, but again, I was getting this information in bits and pieces. So it was him, huh?
Called spondylolisthesis, excruciating back pain he suffered. He had a spinal misalignment called spondylolisthesis.
All right, where's all my sopranos? Now, this is where are my Sopranos people at? This is a very, very, very deep cut right here, right? That I'm about to give you on some Soprano shit. Can y'all tell me what it is? Can anybody tell me what it is? Where was he missing from? From the family for 140 days. Spondylolisthesis. Now we all know, right? The big pussy from The Sopranos spoke with a lisp. And this was the spinal injury that he had, or supposedly had, that he was trying to convince Paulie Walnuts about. And that's the word he had to get out of his lisp. Spondylolisthesis. All right? All right? That's a deep cut. I'm a Sopranos guy. Play games if you want to. All right? That's the first time I ever heard that word was on The Sopranos. But this right here, this is the first time I ever heard it out in the real world. Salutes. All right? Let's see. Let's get back up here. Shout out William Borden. He heard his back. Thank you. Again, apologies to Jonathan. Bobby D said the employee that is not getting the money, that's what happens when you snitch. I mean, but in the defense of the employee, the employee didn't know that this guy had a cause or a crusade. You know what I'm saying? He just thought he was, hey, there's a unaliver on the loose. He's a civilian. You know, it's different, man. Shout out Oso. None of it makes sense. Super rich kid turning on his kind. I mean, shit, them screws in his back make it different. Now, I thought the story was deeper than that his mother suffered horribly, and that's what I thought was happening. Again, the internet is, not very known for the truth. But that right there might make you change your mind. Again, he is somebody that probably could afford to get whatever he got to get done. But yeah, you're right. Something's weird about it. Something just doesn't add up about it still. His back injury was in Hawaii. He worked in the Bay Area as a software developer. Adults don't go missing. I second that also. This is what I was talking about. Okay, salutes to you, William Borden. My apologies. I didn't know shit. Sometimes I don't know shit until I know shit. Where was he missing from? From the family. Pure Art said, I should have helped Luigi. You were not there for your boy, Pure Art. You left him hanging. Happy holidays to all. Salutes. Motapolvo. Salutes. But TV told us he had a roommate, right? I don't know. I haven't heard that part yet. Big pussy's condition. Killed the CEO. Oh, so you like that? That's a deep cut right there, man. Spondylolisthesis, all right? Remember he said he had the Puerto Rican girl was helping him with his back. Acupuncturist. Big P went to PR to rest and recover. Love it. We can talk about this. I'm doing a short about this on Ill Films. It has to be done. All right? Spondylolisthesis. All right? If they would have only remembered Big P, was the first one fighting against this stuff. Maybe his insurance didn't cover his surgery enough. That's probably exactly what it is. Or the fact that he saw the scam behind it all. Going through it himself opened his eyes to the scam. His family was rich, absolutely. His grandfather's a real estate developer. I've seen that. He has connections to Loyola University. He was a Jesuit. His cousin's a Republican Maryland state legislator. He went to Gilman. Shit. Let's get it.
Which was made worse by...
Exactly. Yeah.
And could Mangione base a defense on the excruciating back pain he suffered? He had a spinal misalignment called spondylolisthesis, which was made worse by a surfing accident. He sought help from a yoga master. Did he complain a lot about this back injury?
It was bad. He was right away. He told me, hey, I got a lower back injury. So I think it's definitely something, he didn't want to inflame. So it's serious.
Mangione had spinal fusion surgery last year, but CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta says the operation might have been botched.
The screws look like they are actually extend a little bit further than normal, but we don't have all the images to be able to tell.
And fans of the hit Peacock series Day of the Jackal are seeing eerie similarities between the lone elusive assassin played by Eddie Redmayne and the real-life CEO assassin. They wear similar clothes and use untraceable ghost guns made on 3D printers.
That is a work of art, that is.
Both also target business leaders.
Shout out Inside Edition. We about to clap us for the music. Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Probably got addicted to pain pills when he was recovering too. Problem with that is that if that's the case right now, he's going through it. Like that Denzel movie where he took the hospital hostage because they wouldn't cover his son's heart surgery. I do remember that. I heard one report that said he would have back pain when he would try to have sex. See, that would piss me off too. Right? It's a problem right there. That is a problem, my friend. Let's see. All right. So they reported him missing before. He was gone from them for 140 days. Pure art, free Luigi. Should have helped him, bro. Should have helped him. Let's see what we got here. I want everything to know about Buddy. All right, dudes in the joint are yelling out the window for him and say his conditions suck. Let me go back. Let's do this right here.
He is no hero.
Shit.
The real hero in this story is the person who called 911.
Then if that person's the hero, why you ain't gonna give him the money? For the same fucking reason, dude just went and shot dude up. Because everything is a scam. That's why. So miss me with your bullshit. Exactly. His insurance probably cut him off, so he's probably going through it already. Cut out them pain pills, I mean. Oh, quite possible. All right, but miss me with he's not a hero. The person that turned him in is, dude went to smoke who he wanted to smoke. He wasn't on a rampage, was he? Am I defending him? Maybe, a little bit. Defend, defy, vete tú a la verga. You know? Y'all didn't even want to, and again, I don't know the facts, but from what my chat is saying, salutes to my chat, y'all didn't even give the money to the hero that you calling a hero, so shut your mouth. It's disingenuous. That's the type of shit dude was talking about.
He is no hero. The real hero in this story is the person who called 911 at McDonald's this morning. This killer was not a hero. He should not be hailed.
The suspect at the center of the shocking killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson is now officially charged with his murder. We're going to be talking about Luigi Mangione, and since his arrest, shocking details have emerged about this Ivy League graduate's seeming fall from grace. From his powerful family ties to the chilling circumstances of how he was caught, here's everything we know about the man who allegedly killed the CEO of one of the largest health insurance companies in the country. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Shout out Jesse Weber. The more I hear it's free Luigi. He probably did us all a favor. Question is, what will it change? Who knows? Does it shine a light on a problem that they're not going to change anyway? Who stops the scam? Scam don't stop. The scam just evolved. Shout out Zoraida. That's some pain. Spinal dololocystitis. You gotta try to get I'm gonna try to get the Spanish lady to say that shit. Salutes. All right. The CEO is the real unaliver. I don't disagree with that. They have wanted posters of CEOs all over NYC. Now that's the type of protest. I mean, hey, I put it on Cat Williams, man. Cat said it, man. Exposure. Everybody's gonna get exposed in 2024. Ain't over yet. Unfortunately, we will all the sheep still gonna pay insurance. Facts. Nothing's gonna change. You're probably right. Yeah. The scam continues. It'll just, they'll alter it here, alter it there. But I believe what they're doing is criminal. But I believe that they also put big money towards political campaign and lobbying. So, just like everything else, en que nos quedamos, we end up at the end of it all. We get nothing. So.
It was a twist that sent shockwaves throughout the nation when 26-year-old Luigi Mangione was arrested after being deemed a person of interest in the death of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Now, Mangione, this tech enthusiast, this scholar, this man seemingly of privileged beginnings, is officially the suspect that police say killed Thompson. And this all happened in just a day, yesterday, following a harrowing multi-day manhunt that led to Mangione's arrest in Altoona. This is a city in western Pennsylvania. And after he was arrested, Mangione made his first court appearance yesterday, where he was arraigned on the 5 charges that he's facing in Pennsylvania: forgery, carrying a firearm without a license, tampering with identification, possessing instruments of a crime, and providing false identification to law enforcement authorities. Now, he didn't enter a plea on those charges. He's being held without bail. But really what we have to consider are these are more placeholder charges. Really what we are concerned about is the crime that he allegedly committed in New York. Why do I say that? Because late last night we learned that Luigi Mangione was officially charged in Manhattan with second-degree murder, gun offenses, and forgery. Now, of course, eventually he'll have.
Do you need a free, easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your
have to be extra.
Shout out JFL. That's what we were talking about earlier. He said we paid thousands in health insurance, and when we actually need it, we end up paying for most of the bill. Well, Jonathan was just here. I don't know if Jonathan's still listening. Salute to him. And he was saying that they cut him off. That he got to find a new insurance company. There's people like Jonathan all over the world, all over the country, that are getting fucked over. That these people pay into this insurance scam, and when the time comes, they're not there for them. It's a scam. It's a scam. And they would treat those closest to them differently. Listen, is there a way for this to make money and still have some kind of moral fucking fabric to it? And people allowed to have their health care? Yeah, there's a way to do it. These motherfuckers just don't want to. And they convince people that be all up in the comments, it's just business, it's just how it is, it's just blah, 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 blah. Fuck do you know? Everything that was created can be adapted. Everything that was created can be amended. Everything can be adjusted. They don't want to. They need that $10 million kickback at the end of the year. And they're going to take that from your loved ones. They're going to take that from your kids. They're going to take that from your older family members. They're going to take that from your family members that are getting sick and reaching their 30s and 40s and falling out from heart attacks and this and that and the other. That's where they're going to get that $10 million bonus from. It's despicable. Is people supposed to run around and just murk CEOs? No. It's wrong, right? But he didn't feel like he had no other answer. Will anything change? I don't know, man. Seen a lot of things happen in my years, and I don't know how much changed from it, you know. Security got tighter at the airport after September 11th. That's it. So, I don't get it. Salutes. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all, though. It's a scam, man. The American people are hung out to dry. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Hold on. The chat was backed up. Dan McD said it might not have been UHC's fault. The doctor needs to have the correct documentation and diagnosis codes. But that's just one thing, Dan. There's a million stories in this country tonight of somebody in serious need of healthcare. Not somebody that's some hypochondriac somewhere that's just complaining. No, somebody that really needs the healthcare and they can't get it because these type of fools are playing with their money. Law enforcement said before the employee called them, they had no clue who he was. If he had planned his escape more carefully, he may have gotten away. I mean, yeah, I think so too. I don't think he's just walking around with everything still on him, got his whole manifesto with all his, bullet points. Like, come on. If anyone had issues with their healthcare bills getting paid, if you let me know, I can tell you what is wrong. Man, bro, there's so much wrong with this. So much that I hear about from people is crazy. You gotta get up in the Discord, Dan. All right, salutes. Here's the Discord invite. You want to get up in the Discord, we can make a little section or something. Salutes to you, though. Pure Art said, I got to calm down before they come for me, too. Yeah, Luke, you got to relax, Pure Art. Same thing is happening with the home insurance companies. When you do claim, they fight you to the last penny, and then they turn around and cancel your policy because some BS reasons. Yeah, man. Yeah. Where something got to happen. It's only a point of contention and talked about. It's talked about amongst households and families all over the country. Now it's on parade and it's out loud because Luigi went and smoked buddy. But what's going to change? I don't know. Shout out Zoraida. My brother's about 2 positions under UHC guy at UHC. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Your brother is part of a system that's fucked. You know what I mean? It's a fucked system. Shit don't change. It only gets worse. Agreed. You know, these insurance companies be wilding. They you know, they don't want to take you to get this. They don't want to do this. They don't want to pay for that. And it's like, bro, you need this shit to live, to survive. It's crazy. If he was smart, he would have gone to Mexico quick. Auto insurance, home auto insurance, everything. It's all a scam. America, scam. America, scam. Salutes. All right, let's get
Indicted, there'll have to be a grand jury indictment, and that is the way that this case will progress towards a trial. But right now, you can charge someone and arrest someone pre-indictment.
Shout out to McD. That's why I got out of healthcare. They're all crooked. It's sad, man. It's cannibalistic at a certain point.
But I will tell you one other thing. In New York, the reason he's charged with second-degree murder, not first-degree murder, second-degree murder is just an intentional killing of another person. And the reason it's not first degree is because first degree is a little bit more specific, like the victim had to have been a certain kind of person, a police officer, a firefighter. The killing had to happen maybe in a prison. There are different specific categories, and it doesn't seem at this point that first degree murder applies. But listen, second degree murder can carry 15 to 25 years to life in prison. By the way, our plan is to stay on top of this story as much as we possibly can. And for that, I have to call out Upside, our sponsor who helps support this episode. Now, if you don't know what Upside is, it is awesome. He is officially in police custody. There are questions mounting about his background and how a promising Ivy League graduate could spiral from having such a bright future to now being a suspect in a high-profile murder case. So what we're going to do for you right now is do our best.
Such a bright future, but these insurance companies are built on destroying bright futures and families and making sure you don't get what you need, whether it be health insurance, home insurance, your house burnt down, whatever. It's crazy. There are ways to make it work for you. He had $8,000 on his what? What do you expect from a country that was built on stealing it from people? This land wasn't. Well, I'm not European, but this land wasn't there. It's facts. I'm an idiot. I'm British. Salutes. William Borden, people are going to be moving there soon. The way the U.S. is looking. It's crazy right now. I worked as a security guard at Bay Area, San Jose Telecare. Look it up. They fuck up social workers. They think they're better than the people they're helping. Yeah, like, we're talking about, we're in a country where they opened up the places for the mentally ill and just pushed them to the street one night.
To answer those questions, because we do have limited information, but there is a lot we do know about him. So if you want to know everything we know so far about Luigi Mangione, stick around. So I want to begin by recapping what we know about the incident and the arrest. So last Wednesday, Brian Thompson was shot dead outside of the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan in what police are now calling an assassination-style killing. He was on his way to an investors' conference in that hotel when he was gunned down, and this was shown on surveillance camera. It was a shocking crime. And right after the shooting, the suspect...
We know the shooting. We know about the shooting. I don't care about the shooting. We've moved on to
the real hero. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Urbing outpouring of support for the shooter online because he urged the public not to. Josh Shapiro stepped forward and he spoke about this arrest and he urged the public not to put this guy on any kind of pedestal because there has been a disturbing outpouring of support for the shooter online because he gunned down the head of a private health insurance company.
This killer is being hailed as a hero. Hear me on this. He is no hero. The real hero in this story is the person who called 911 at McDonald's this morning. This killer was not a hero. He should not be hailed.
And we'll get into that a little bit more, but now I want to talk about the background on this guy, Luigi Mangione. So according to reports, he was a bright student, had a passion for tech, grew up in Towson, Maryland, was a standout student, having graduated valedictorian from the prestigious Gilman School in Baltimore back in 2016. This is a school known for producing top-tier students. In fact, the school's tuition costs reportedly around $37,000 per year, and according to the Baltimore Banner, it's considered one of the top independent schools in the city. While at Gilman, Mangione competed on the wrestling team. He had interest in robotics and computer science. The New York Times reported that he even co-founded a video game development company called Uproar Games, did it with his friends. In his graduation speech, he emphasized coming up with new ideas and challenging the world around us. Following Mangione's arrest, the Gilman School issued a statement expressing their shock over the events. Henry P.A. Smythe, the school's headmaster, said, "This is deeply distressing news on top of an already awful situation. Our hearts go out to everyone affected." After Gilman, Mangione reportedly attended the Ivy League University of Pennsylvania, where he earned both bachelor's and master's degrees, majoring in computer science, specializing in artificial intelligence, also got a minor in math. He was reportedly involved in the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity, co-founded a game development club. He even had internships at high-profile companies such as Firaxis Games. This is the creator of the popular Civilization video games. After graduation, according to Mangione's LinkedIn, he worked as a data engineer for TrueCar, although a company spokesperson told CBS News that he hadn't worked there since 2023. As for his family background, this is according to the Baltimore Sun, it's really interesting. Mangione's family is very well established in the Baltimore area. And Mangione, by all accounts, he was raised in privilege with a very promising future. His family has significant business holdings in real estate, healthcare, including a chain of nursing homes and country clubs. At the center of his family's success is his late grandfather, Nicholas Mangione Sr., a self-made real estate developer who made his fortune through investments. Nicholas Sr. built a lasting legacy with ownership of several key...
Pure Art, you're getting ahead of yourself. Relax, you're gonna end up in a fucking bench. Hey, how that hacker talk gonna put you in the bathroom. He worked fixing bugs at a video game company and at TrueCar. Companies usually pay for the basic health care. You can upgrade and they take the difference out of your checks. Wealthy family.
Properties, including the Turf Valley Country Club in Ellicott City, which he purchased in 1978, transformed into a golf resort and getaway. This is according to the resort's website. In 1986, he also acquired Hayfields Country Club. This is according to the club's website. And the family's business empire also extends into ownership of Lorien Health Services. This is a chain of senior rehabilitation centers, which is interesting, again, thinking his connection now to allegedly murdering the head of a health insurance company. And on top of everything you just heard, it doesn't end there because the Mangiones also own a local radio station, WCBM-AM. Now, on the civic side, Mangione's grandmother, Mary Mangione, was a well-known benefactor who supported various cultural and charitable causes throughout Baltimore. She was a patron of the arts, particularly the Baltimore Opera Company and the Walters Art Museum, where she became a trustee. Mangione's cousin, Nino Mangione, serves as a Republican representative in Baltimore County's District 42A.
Looks like Puerto Rico.
Nino Mangione, by the way, released a statement
Could be Hawaii.
on behalf of the family saying, "We only know what we have read in the media. Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer our prayers to the family and Brian Thompson, and we ask people to pray for all involved."
Maybe that 140 days he spent away from the family was simply him separating himself, knowing what he was going to do. Who was he talking to on the phone is my question.
So this is a young man who had possibly everything going for him. Powerful family supporting him, highly intelligent, prestigious educational background. And yet what's interesting and eerie and chilling is despite all of this, what we're seeing now is a picture of a person who maybe just disappeared from his social sphere. Why? Because in the months leading up to his arrest, former classmates who had once been in regular contact with him noticed this sudden and prolonged absence from his social circle. And this may have all started with a very serious spinal injury. You see, last year, Mangione underwent spinal surgery. This is according to the New York Times. A former roommate of his, R.J. Martin, told the Times that Mangione was in severe pain due to what he thought was a pinched nerve, that this often disrupted his daily life. Following the surgery, Martin said that Mangione had shown him very, very troubling images of screws and hardware in his spine. Evidently, on Mangione's X page, there is an X-ray of what would appear to be a spine with screws in it, though it's unclear if that's actually a picture of Mangione's spine. But Martin went on to say that while he had known Mangione to be a particularly thoughtful person, he believed he may have been severely impacted by this health issue, which could have led him to become more withdrawn. And compounded with this physical isolation, Martin says he was also in social isolation. He told CNN that Mangione had been MIA for months, and this eventually became a concern among those who knew him. According to CBS News, there were these posts that had tagged Mangione's X account expressing concern about where he was. There was one post from October that reportedly read, "Nobody has heard from you in months." Another post from July read, "I don't know if you're okay or just in a super isolated place and have no service, but I haven't heard from you in months." According to the New York Times, one man back in July even asked him about committing to his wedding, saying, "You made commitments to me for my wedding, and if you can't honor them, I need to know so I can plan accordingly." The Times also says they reviewed a post from less than 2 weeks ago where someone apparently said, "Know you are missed and loved." His family was also reportedly worried about him, so much so that his mother apparently filed a missing persons report on November 18th. This is according to the San Francisco Standard, though the outlet reports it's unclear whether he had been there or if she had.
All right, so here's my question about the missing persons. You did it in November. What's with this 140 days shit, though? He had been gone, right? He had been estranged from the family. Yeah, a lot of weird shit. Dan McD said, for what I'm reading, he had severe back pain from childhood. But they also said he did wrestling in high school. Yeah, man.
Reason to believe that he was there. One former classmate of his, Aaron Cranston, told the New York Times that he was forwarded a message.
If indeed it was him, he had a conscious or also say he had a conscious awakening to the bullshit. That's not impossible.
Message indicating that Mangione's family hadn't heard from him for several months. This was following the back surgery. Now, on social media, Mangione had been traveling a lot, been seen with friends in all different kinds of places. Mexico, San Diego, Hawaii. Hawaii, actually, was the place that he had lived briefly, and this was all before he apparently began to isolate. But it just wasn't this apparent isolation that was alarming. It was also the content that Mangione was apparently consuming and sharing online, because according to his social media activity, Mangione had been revisiting ideas and ideologies.
So when was this back injury and surgery and all of this, and how does that go along with the rest of his vacations? You know what I'm saying? Was he laboring around his vacations, or what are we talking about here? It just seems vague. Shout out Pooh, he said he wild. He had an effed up back and he went to smoke the healthcare dude. I'd like to learn more about his family and see what kind of ties they have with different things, like maybe government, things like that. MK Ultra Hitman. You got it figured out, Ego. He's definitely a MK Ultra Hitman. He a shitty hitman, though. Buddy couldn't get away. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, the hammer he made out of fucking toilet rolls or 3D printing or whatever the fuck that was. That shit was trash. I was just gonna ask that too.
Jonathan Panta just sent $5. Shout out Chael, my dude. Il Cartel members and chat. Thank you for the another great live. Always working hard to provide great content. Motherfuck the bitch ass weak trolls. Like and subscribe, it's free. If you want, join the Discord.
Salutes Dr. Xavier. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja for the $5 Powers chat. Shout out to Shael, my dual Il Cartel members in the chat. Thank you for another great live. Always working hard to provide great content. Motherfuck the bitch ass weak trolls. Like and subscribe. It's free. And if you want, join the Discord.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Your fucking shine box. All right. Salutes to you, Jonathan. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. I was thinking, could this guy be a Manchurian candidate? Could he be a Sirhan? Like Ron's other alter ego said, and Dan McD agrees, MK Ultra. Could it be something that was, dude was, Maybe he was one of the guys that went and got Mayo out of Mexico too, man. He was probably the pilot for all we know. Who knows? Let's see. Pure Art agrees. MK Ultra. Shout out Ron's other alter ego. MK Ultra Hitman. All right. Pure Art agrees. Shout out Ed the Hip Hop Guru on the check-in. Salutes to you. Luigi's definitely a sloppy hitman. Ed tapped in. The ninjas at. We had enough time. He had enough time to go to Mexico. He did. He went there. He was there. Dan McD said, I agree. MK Ultra. Every mass shooter in the U.S. history has had a connection to the agencies.
Ideologies that, you know.
Maybe he was the Sirhan type of dude, you know. Sirhan swears to this day he don't remember, you know, doing none of that. That he was controlled. He was compelled. I would say, it's impossible if I didn't know that devil's breath existed. Scopolamina, that narcotic that puts you under the power of suggestion. If that exists, something 10 times stronger exists that make you do what they want you to do, if you ask me.
You know what? May have fueled this sense of alienation.
And for those that don't know, scopolamina is something that I believe it grows in Colombia, grows in different places. But if you blow that into somebody's breath, you got them. They don't get high. They don't, they don't fall over. They don't get drunk or loopy. They just fall to the power of suggestion. You could tell them, all right, let's go to your crib and empty out all the money. Let's go to your bank account, empty out all the money. Like, that exists. That's a real thing. All right. That kind of programming make you look strung out like he does. Quite possible. MK Ultra. Well, he was reading about it. He was reading Kaczynski, right? But Kaczynski, pre-Unabomber, they were doing the LSD test for the MK Ultra shit. You know, so saw years and years of CIA ops. Yes, girls will take you home and drain your bank account on the Scopolamina. Facts. Jonathan said Ron's other alter ego would be a great fit over here. Salutes to Ron. Ron always got a theory. I appreciate his always having somewhere to go with the conversation. Salutes to him. William Border said enough money. Melcho called it. Mexico stand up. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Salutes.
So, for instance, there's this Goodreads account that has been linked to Mangione, and it's since been made private, by the way. But if it is him, it reveals that he had recently read and rated the manifesto that was written by the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski. It's titled Industrial Society and Its Future.
Again, the Unabomber, American made.
And in that review, this account, presuming it's Mangione, praised the manifesto, saying, clearly written by a mathematics prodigy, it's simply impossible to ignore how prescient many of the predictions about modern society turned out. And Mangione also reposted on his X account a famous quote from philosopher J. Krishnamurti. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So this could be interpreted as a descent into ideological extremism. Again, we don't have the full details, and these are allegations at this point, but one reason I think I can say that is that this all culminated in the chilling discovery of a handwritten manifesto, if you even want to call it that, these writings that police found when Mangione was arrested. It was on him. And this was only briefly mentioned in a press conference on Monday as evidence that Mangione harbored this, quote, ill will towards corporate America. But according to reports, a senior law enforcement official who saw this document quoted it as saying, these parasites had it coming. And I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but it had to be done. Now, going back to Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro for a second, he addressed that supposed ill will during yesterday's news conference.
I understand people have real frustration with our healthcare system, but I have no tolerance, nor should anyone, for one man using an illegal ghost gun to murder someone because he thinks his opinion matters most.
This outpouring of support for this shooter was so bad that I actually wondered before Mangione was arrested whether anybody would help law enforcement. That's how intense this was. Really, really disturbing to see. That's a whole side issue. Anyway, but
disturbed?
going back to this for a
Are
second.
you disturbed with society? I could tell you some shit that's disturbing, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? Was that so disturbing? Are you appalled by that? I'm sure I could tell you way more disturbing shit from right outside
The exact
window.
timeline of Mangione's isolation is not entirely clear. It is evident that his growing disconnection from those around him, family, friends, society, it is troubling. And there is an argument that this played a key role in his tragic transformation from a promising, intelligent young man
He's the
to
Winter
now
Soldier.
a suspect in a high-profile murder case. Mangione is behind bars at the Blair County Prison in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where he's expected to be extradited to New York to face charges. And of course, we will continue to bring you the very latest developments in this case.
All right. Shout out Steptoe. Yes, this is live. They use LSD and hypnosis to with shock treatment. Your mind creates an alternate personality. Which is crazy. He was a mathematical genius, the Unabomber was. He was also somebody who had his mind played with by the United States government. He's a patsy. Some crazy shit. My uncle taught a computer programming course at college. Unabomber was one of his students. Feds came to interview him. Kaczynski's American made. Way smarter. He's the fall guy. Shout out Alex Anthony on the check-in. What about the CEO? Opinion? Denied coverage? He's the fall guy. Luigi's the fall guy. Also say, is it disturbing? Is it? Big time fall guy. For who? For who? They're making this all about the healthcare. Look at this hand while I'm doing this sneaky shit on the other hand. Yeah, no, I mean, and evidently, these insurance companies is up to business as usual. You know what I'm saying? So they're not worried about it. They're even going harder probably right now. Those monsters are probably like revenge on all these sick people. All right, and everybody deny. You know, who knows? When you got that kind of control, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you got that kind of control, you got that kind of power. Steptoe said next time you got the twins on, ask them if they ever had any corridos made for them. We had a whole thing about that last live stream. They were here playing their new corrido. Don't worry, you'll hear it. It's coming soon. We got to get to the second, third draft. Bobby D. Thompson was being investigated by the feds. So there goes the reason for the government to do away with him and keep the secret a secret. Thompson was being investigated by the feds. Well, who said that, Bobby D? We need. You got to drop a link in the Discord or something. Tell us where we getting that at. Tell me where to find that. They're hiding something. His family was involved with nursing homes. A lot of shit. I'm gonna see if I can find another video that gets specific because I did see one with pictures and all kind of shit. You gotta relax, Pure Art. You talking crazy, okay? You wild. When he said something about the mushrooms, I don't know what he was talking about though. All right, so let's see what we got here. Boom. I just want one more video of just his upbringing or his background real quick. Then we'll move on to something. Luigi. Family. Let's see if there's one that I watched already. Not the twins. I told Jay Flores to step up his game. And his artist who's working with him on the song, step their game up. I don't want to hear no fucking first draft. But people are, easily entertained, so go ahead. Have at it. Nursing homes are kind of known for cheating insurance for money. Absolutely, man. You should Google the Biden mask. Luigi and Mario, salutes. Someone's got to step their game up. Let me see. Luigi Mangione. I just want a collection. I saw a collection. I saw his grandfather. No, is it here? Maybe it's here. Just trying to find something that just breaks down his family. Examining their family ties with Baltimore.
Here's a smart play every time for Hertz Gold Plus Rewards members. See the Hertz counter
I
right
see
here.
it.
Walk on past it.
It can't be that simple. What's the catch?
There's no catch. Again.
It appears.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it was a thing about him. Oh, my back hurts. I'm a smoke dude. Nah, dude was trying to go out as a martyr by taking Buddy out or something. Whatever it was, but it was something. Again, might be MK Ultra.
Here's Luigi was poised to follow in the family footsteps as valedictorian of Gilman and with undergraduate and graduate degrees from an Ivy League college. That is, until his arrest yesterday.
My heart goes out to the family because I hear they're a real respectful family.
Mangione is a name that's well known and well respected in northern Baltimore County. It's not a name any 111 News talked to expected to be associated with a national manhunt and murder investigation. But Monday, 26-year-old Luigi Mangione was arrested and charged with shooting and killing the CEO of UnitedHealthcare.
Hey, the boy just threw his life away, you know. And what's the point?
Luigi is the son of Lou and Kathleen Mangione. Lou took over his father Nicholas's real estate empire, including hayfields and Turf Valley country clubs, the Lorien Health Network of nursing homes, and a local radio station. Those businesses all fall under the umbrella of Mangione Family Enterprises.
So he was probably going to inherit a lot of, money, land, properties, I mean.
This guy did it. JFL, why did you clap Pure Art? Why? Why'd you bathroom break them, though? The American healthcare system is better than other countries, but it sucks along with the big pharma. Well, them two together, they're both the grapest of the people. Big pharma and the healthcare system. I warned them about a break, but why'd you break them, though? Bring them back, please.
Why would he do it? It doesn't make any sense.
Luigi is one of Nicholas's 37 grandchildren. Another is Baltimore County Delegate Nino Mangione, who announced he is canceling his fundraiser Thursday in light of Luigi's arrest, writing his family is shocked and devastated. He posted, I want to thank you for your thoughts, prayers, and support. My family and I are heartbroken and ask that you remember the family of Mr. Thompson in your prayers. Some in the Baltimore area wonder if this arrest will tarnish the family's legacy.
Well, it'd probably never, ever be forgotten, would it? I mean, especially in the local area, right? Who would forget it?
The Mangione family is also known for philanthropy and supporting many local healthcare organizations like GBMC. In Hunt Valley, Kim Day, CWB.
All right, I guess that's what there is so far. Let's make sure that there's no new news on the situation. But the problem with looking up news is that they're looking for news, for anything to say about this guy, because his face is everywhere. Let's go to news. Cut off some loved ones for months. Support. Mangione ghost guns are 3D printed weapons, turning America into a wild, wild west. Let me, the family's rich and they chose to live in Baltimore. I think they've been from there. Bring this guy back. I think their family got roots there for many, many, many long time. Yeah, you didn't have to clap them. Let's bring them back. Can I bring them back by giving them 10 seconds? Let me see. JFL, bring them back. If you're still listening, bring, I don't know how long you gave them, but bring Pure Art back. Baltimore is where The Wire is filmed, right? Yes. Where it was filmed. Let's see. What the fuck? Looking for something. Give me 1 sec. Where the hell is it? So Lucy, honey's up in the chat. I'm looking for the Ghost Guns newscast. Give me 1 sec. Let me send out for it real quick. All right, salutes. My apologies. Gotta look for shit. Gotta produce on the go sometimes. See if I can find it like this. JFL clapped him and left. It's crazy. PR, you'll be back. Here, let me see if me giving you 10 seconds clears that up. I don't know how this works. Government clapped him. Let me see if me giving him 10 seconds bypasses that. All right, let's see if he comes back. He's the fall guy. Freemason connection to his fraternity. Grandfather went to a Jesuit college. Philanthropy. Usually people laundering money. Never know what kind of dirty little secrets is out there. Never know. They're not the same people. You mean the shooters? Let me see. Let's see. Okay, Fox Orlando. Let's see if I can find it here. 2 days ago. Let's see. You print a ghost gun, found on Mangione or whatever his face is. Mangione. All right, let me get it here. And www. You're killing me here. You're killing me, Smalls. I got it, y'all. It's just being a bitch to let me get to it. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Jesus. Here we go. All right. Finally. Let's check out this ghost gun clip.
Your area down to the zip. Learn how Flex data-driven ad solutions can drive more clients to your law firm. Connect with Flex.com.
Breaking news right now, a brand new photo of the man accused of killing the UnitedHealthcare CEO. This is 26-year-old Luigi Mangione in his holding cell tonight. Police say a call from a McDonald's customer led to his capture in Altoona, Pennsylvania, which is about 2 hours east of Pittsburgh. Fox 35's Connor Hansen has more tonight from New York.
Police say it was an employee at a Pennsylvania McDonald's who recognized the person of interest from his photos. They say he was also carrying some key evidence.
Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, members of the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male on firearms charges.
The NYPD said
I knew it was something crazy, but I didn't know exactly what this was.
Right now on Fox 35.
Yo, shout out, hold on, let me get to this real quick. All right, also say he back, salutes. I feel like I used to be able to bring somebody back. Mind control is actually from the Illuminati. Illuminati infiltrated the Freemasons. Illuminati was created by a Jesuit. Oh, he's back. Shout out Pure Art. Make me a moderator, Shy. Let's take our time with that. You're a bit erratic static, but salutes to you. I did warn that you'd get sent to the bathroom.
Put him in a fucking bathroom. But
I didn't intend for you to get sent to the bathroom, so salutes. Jonathan said Blue Cross literally announced something about anesthesia coverage after this happened. I don't doubt it. Do I know who Ted Gunderson is? Sounds familiar. Can't place it right now. He's the fall guy, other people involved. Why is he standing like that? Standing like what? Have you heard the book The Devil's Chessboard? I have not.
5 News at 10. A 60-foot wide sinkhole opens up.
CEO is in police custody. Thanks for watching. I'm Marlisa Goldsmith.
And I'm Luann Sorrell. This is 26-year-old Luigi Mangione being walked into a courthouse in Pennsylvania tonight to be arraigned. Police say a McDonald's employee noticed him sitting in the back of the restaurant with a mask and a laptop. That employee said as soon as he pulled down that mask, they knew he was the man wanted for the shooting. Police found a fake ID and a handwritten critique of the insurance industry.
We don't think that there's any specific threats to other people mentioned in that document, but it does seem that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
Here is what we know tonight about the suspect. He is a software engineer who graduated from the University of Pennsylvania. Before that, he was the valedictorian at a prestigious all-boys school in Baltimore. His family is well off, and they have ties to the real estate and healthcare industries. Mangione is charged with forgery, possessing instruments of crime.
Answer me, can it be just as simple as I realized, like Oso said, I realized what the scam is, and I feel like I got to do this, and boom, that's it, right? Or it's way deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zoraida, Jonathan. Yeah, that they would no longer be covering anesthetic for surgeries. It's only getting worse. I'm telling you, it's like revenge. It's like they're putting some revenge shit. He look goofy in this picture. Now, is this... Yeah, it's the picture after they took him out that car.
And having false identifications, but so far, he's not charged with murder. Also found on the suspect was a so-called ghost gun and suppressor similar to the one used to kill Brian Thompson.
Fox 35's Kelsey Cairns joins us live tonight. So, Kelsey, ghost guns are not easy to track.
No, they are not. And that's because they are usually lacking a serial number. All of this coming from an expert, a gun expert that I spoke to earlier tonight. Now, in that suspect's backpack, Fox News reporting that police also found that ghost gun, as you mentioned, and that suppressor, or what is also known as a silencer. Now, court documents say that ghost guns specifically appeared to be a black 3D printed pistol with a loaded Glock magazine. The pistol also had metal size and plastic handle with a metal threaded barrel. Also in the backpack, 6 9mm full metal jacket rounds. It appeared that the silencer was also 3D printed. Fox 35 spoke with Edwin Rivera, owner of Smoke and Guns Customs Gun Shop in Longwood. He explains that ghost guns do not have serial numbers and are often purchased at 80% completion.
Here in the United States, if you want to manufacture your own firearm, you can, but you cannot manufacture it from anything less than 80% completed.
Now, he also
That fucking guy looked like me, don't he?
explained to us that a gun becomes a ghost gun when it transfers
To manufacture your own.
Sound like
at
me too.
80% completion.
Here in the United States, if you want to manufacture your own firearm, you can, but you cannot manufacture it from anything less than 80% completed.
Now, he also explained to us that a gun becomes a ghost gun when it transfers hands from the original manufacturer of that firearm to someone who is not authorized to have it. It's why they are called ghost guns specifically is that it is very difficult for law enforcement to track those weapons down. Now, Fox News also reports that these ghost guns, they have been around for decades, but only recently have they been used in more high-profile shooting cases. Reporting live in Seminole County tonight, I'm Kelsey.
80%.
That's my brother, y'all. Real talk.
Completed.
Now, he also explained to us.
That's my brother. Salutes to him. Salutes to his business, Smoking Guns Customs. If you're looking to buy weapons, he can ship to your local dealer. And you can pick it up right there, man. And he can do custom Cerakote on your weapon and, make it whatever color you want. All right, salute Smoking Guns Customs. All right, see what we got here. It's a fine reporter. I believe that is Blue Cross Blue Shield that has changed the anesthesia billing regulations. I did hear something from someone that they aren't going to do it. I can double check. We need to know all their smut, Dan, all their dirt. Size twin, salutes. What other high-profile shooting cases have the ghost guns been used in? She said that. I ain't heard of one. I was a coding analyst for anesthesiologists for over 5 years. They called me when they had questions. Man. It's a cold world, man. And it's a cold game. So there we have it. I guess that concludes our coverage of that for now. He's locked up. They said his conditions suck. We don't know if he did it just to be, he did it. It seemed like he didn't have a worry in the world about not getting caught. He was okay with that. But then he gets there and he says, hey, man, he starts screaming about, fooling the intelligence of the American people. So what's that about? What are we talking about? It's when I realized that they're not as intelligent as people think they are. No. Once you start reaching certain levels of anything, you start saying, oh, it ain't that crazy. Okay. I had an inflated idea of what this was. I question the media's agenda. They really weigh heavy on those ghost guns, and why did they bring up the Jackal comparison? Oh, man, they're that's why I said, just like the conflict in Sinaloa, it's hard for me to cover these things when the news cycle now is more about inundating everybody with that kid's face, his name, the words ghost gun, all of that. So it's just, they're making a story out of anything. If the kid had a slushie on a beach in Santa Monica 2 years ago, they're going to do, they're going to say something about, ghost guns and the sand of the beach of Santa Monica. Like, they're just going to keep milking the shit. So I just want information. I don't want all the extra shit. Shout out to McD. My whole family works in healthcare. Tell them to spread the wealth. Tell them we need some favors for the homie Jonathan. Pure art, boy. You be putting a target on yourself, boy. Sometimes you need to slow down. You need to go smoke something. They're leading people away from what they're trying to hide. So what are they trying to hide, Dan? Some money laundering shit went left. Just creating more divide between the average Joe and the American League. Shit show out here. A definite shit show out here. Salutes hunters up in the chat for y'all. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. For those new to the channel, I'm going to drop these links. We got exclusives here with the Flores twins on this playlist. All right. Paste. We got Cartel Wives and Surviving El Chapo playlist right here. Bow. Drop that in there. Shout out BK. The shooter's family is connected to the Pelosi family. I mean, once you're at that type of money and power, you're connected to almost everybody that walks into those buildings in Washington, D.C. They're all connected, plugged. Salutes. I'm going to take a dab of resin. It's time to let fan bam. It's crazy because you guys know I rep the Bay Area big time. Salutes. All right? It's crazy. Dan McD said, I will do some research. My guess is that it has to do with the nursing homes and the family's connection to healthcare. Quite possible. Pelosi's dad was mayor of Baltimore. See, yeah, at that level, those familial, nepotistic tentacles reach everywhere. So-and-so was the mayor. This guy was the head of the city council. This guy was this. And they're all friends and family. Salutes. All right, out on the gossip world, Remy Ma and Papoose been airing their dirty laundry. Supposedly, Papoose been smashing Clarissa Shields, and Remy been running around smashing battle rappers. That's a whole shit show. Remember when they used to be like, he held her down while they were in jail? All of that shit's out the way right now. What else? The whole Jigga shit's still happening. Them lawyers throwing smut at each other back and forth, suing each other. That's happening there. I don't know the developments on the situation in Sinaloa. Just, it's an ongoing situation. And that's it, man. I don't know. Pelosi a hammerhead. You know what I want to cover, too? I want to cover that attack. Whose home was that? Was that Pelosi's home? I want to cover that because I saw the video of that for the first time the other day. Shit. Now, if there's no conspiracy in it, that's one thing. But, again, they're dealing with the U.S. government. It's not even the conspiracy. I just want to look at it in a tactical sense of how bad of a situation that was. Because of pandemic, D, join the Discord so you can keep us updated on this health insurance BS. Salutes to Dan McD, man. We appreciate your input today. It's over for Hova. It's over for Jay-Z. Some stories coming out about Jay Bieber. Recently, like today, what happened to Remy and Papoose Black Love? That shit's out the window. They went left on each other. Now they're just airing their dirty laundry all over the place. So that's kind of ridiculous. It is what it is. Again, just like everything else, we'll keep an eye on this story that has to do with this Luigi Mangione. Right now, he's, everybody's giving him his dessert if they could reach him in the joint. Shit. I got some stuff to put on the Ill Films channel. Again, I'm going to do that Spinocelotheotis shit. I want to play Zoraida's power chat before we leave again. Shout out to those that like fight sports, combat sports. This is my other channel where I'll be covering combat sports. And let's get Ill Films. Where's Ill Films? Can't believe it. I'll never have that. Or I always miss it. I don't see it. So let me get it here. All right, we're almost at our 10,000 subs. All right, help us get to that. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you have yet to do so. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs in the next couple of weeks. Boom. Here's the Ill Films link. This is where I cover movies and TV shows right there. Bow. So all those links are in there. Let's get it. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can take a look at before we go. Yep. Shout out Pure Art, 10K. We trying to hit that. No, sir, William Borden, but it is on the list, and that list is gonna take me some time, but it is on the list, and it's up there. It's up there close. I just did so we finished up The Penguin. We finished up the Menendez monster story. I'm in the middle of Landman, and I just did my first movie, which was Alien Romulus. So I got a reaction to Alien Romulus on there. But you'll know once we get to lucky number 11. Again, there's going to be the list is already crazy. The new Jaguar and Star Report. Okay. I'm going to have to look into I got to vet her first sometimes. She be tweaking. JB got, all right. Pure Art, you got to learn how to talk in code in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, if I say anything aggressive in the comments or in the chat, I get clapped. My comment get clapped. YouTube disappears it. Some other people, they just get away with everything. Salutes. Ted Gunnison was the head of the FBI for the Western United States. Look for his presentation videos. Salutes. We growing and diversifying. Like and subscribe. It's free. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Can we get to 30 likes, though, before we move on or get out of here? Velez had told me that there was an interview from Cesar Gracie about Nick, but I couldn't find it. I've been arguing with people. Listen, man, commenters are going to comment. You know what I'm saying? To me, sometimes it's not about what you say or what you disagree with. It's about how you say it. So if you come in hot, I'm coming in hot. And it's been that over there at Head Kicks. But what I don't see is Velez had told me there's a new Cesar Gracie, but I don't see it. I believe it's one that we already covered. But I don't see it. Oh, is that it? Wait. No, I see. That's about a month ago. Yeah, I'm straight. I can't find it. You got to peep out those Big Homie interviews. Who's Big Homie again? That was funny. He went off on there. Blah, blah, blah. Attack. So this is the attack. Hold on, man. Let me can I get this body cam, unadulterated body cam right here? Let's do the body cam on this real quick. What was the attack you want to know about? Yeah, it was the Pelosi attack. So you're going to tell me that this is Nancy Pelosi's husband. This is her crib? Was she home? I don't know nothing about this story, but I saw the video. And I was like, wait a minute, man. Dude just waited to get smacked. We need a little ill music reacts. That's another thing I'm considering, doing a channel where I allow people to pay to have their independent music reviewed by me. Yeah, so ones that don't want to, don't have to. Big Homie. Oh, okay. Big Homie was security for Jay-Z. I'll look into those. I need to vet those. Shout out to Zoraida, my sister. Salutes. Let's get this real quick. Now that we're here. All right. Video shows attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband. So Buddy's smashing the door up with a hammer. Okay. We'll start there. That's enough to get you blasted through the door. They weren't ready over there. Newly released video shows the husband of former U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi fighting for control of a hammer. I saw no fighting. I saw no fighting for control. That's why I even brought this video up to begin with. All right, big boy is trying to get that door down. Right there, dude trying to get in the door. You need to be poking dude full of holes. Swiss cheese. He's trying to stick his fat ass through the door. You need to be slicing and dicing. Because you let him get in there and you let him get control of you, it's a wrap for you. That was in 2022. Had to do with having his plug there, and they were allegedly plugging each other. The husband and dude, so they knew each other. This guy and the husband know each other. That adds a different layer to it. Probably why he didn't poke him up through the door. Probably why when I saw the video, what dawned on me was that the man didn't have... When the police got there with the body cam, the man still had his drink in his hand, with the other hand kind of vaguely holding the hammer. Fighting for control of a hammer. Right here, I'm poking him up 1,000 times. Beep, 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 beep. If I ain't got nothing to put projectiles through the door, he getting poked up right here. Liver, kidneys, everything. With his assailant during a brutal attack in the couple's San Francisco home last year. This is pure art, man. You need to become the Batman for the Bay, man. They need you out there.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Oh yeah.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Why they look all shocked and surprised and weirded out? First of all, this man still has this drink in his hand. What's the purpose of that? Like you said, right? They seem acquainted. Oh, yeah, I haven't even looked all the way into that, William Borden. Again, I don't be in the news cycle like that. I get up and do what I got to do with my day. I kind of don't pay attention, but I've been hearing about the drones. We got to get to it. We'll get to it. We'll look into it before we go. Hundreds up in the chat if y'all want to look into the Chinese drones, if they are, in fact, Chinese drones before we get out of here. Hundreds up in the chat. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. We had 29 likes. Let's get it popping. So he still got the drink in his hand. They both look like they got caught playing grab ass. And he's barely holding on to that hammer. So is the assailant barely holding on to that hammer. Old man holding on to his drink. At a moment like this, especially seeing the police there, right? Especially seeing the police there, I'm leaning my body into dude. I'm not pulling away from him. I'm not, no. I got one hand on the hammer, the drink out the fucking window, and I'm going through dude. All that space is what got this old man smoked. And at this moment, it kind of would look to the cop and probably look to the assailant and probably look to the victim like nothing is about to happen. Like one guy was handing his boyfriend the hammer. That's it. That's what it looks like.
How you doing?
Oh yeah.
Look at them. They look awkward as shit.
Hi. Guys. How you doing?
Oh yeah.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right now?
I'm not getting an answer on call back.
Bruh. That's crazy. See, we keep pure out around here for a reason. So white boys can't fight. That's funny. All right? I know a bunch of white boys that can fight. Salutes. Some guy was arrested that was Chinese. Salutes. He sentenced him to 30 years. The dude buddy with the hammer? This looked like, like the victim didn't look like he was worried. Like he was going to tell, hey, man, just stop already. He does this all the time. That's what he looked like, right? He does this all the time. Now, what's Nancy Pelosi's place in government? Nancy Pelosi's office, right? She's a representative of California, right? She's a state representative of California. This is her home, right? For those that don't know her name, you most definitely know her face, right? Which is that face right there. Don't look directly at it. Fuck around and blind yourself. Somebody hit the like button. Let's get to 30 likes real quick and keep it moving. All right, so that's her. This is happening at her house. That's her man awkwardly holding on to his drink and standing there with this dude. And now that I believe it was Dan that said it or William that said it, they look to me like they know each other. Because that dude ain't worried. The husband look more embarrassed. Like he should be telling the police, man, shoot this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Your services are no longer needed in the community.
Who the bomber clot? That's what he's supposed to be on. But instead, they're both standing there, and he got one hand on a thing and a drink in his hand. Man, lean that shoulder into dude and give the cop right there. He ain't gonna swing the hammer at you from a distance. Get in close to him, and the cops are there. You good? He made the wrong move. He walked away from him. Watch it and tell me if you see what I'm trying to say here. In hindsight, of course, and he'd been drinking, but...
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
You seen the goofy put his hand on his hip? Like, no, everything's fine here.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right
I'm
now?
not getting an answer on call back.
If the old man would have just stuck his shoulder into dude, instead of stepping away from him where he gave him room to smack him, he'd have just... Oh, my bad, y'all. Sorry. I enjoyed it. All by my lonesome. Sorry.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
How you doing?
Look, he puts his hand on his hip like everything's fine.
Hi. How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right
I'm
now?
not getting an answer on call back.
Oh, you gotta relax.
Edward 14 Everton, backup code 3.
Code 3 backup at 26.
Give me your hand.
Units code 3.
I can't show that part. His whole ass is out. And there's morbid snoring happening over there. All right. So my point is
Nope.
that at this point here, drop the fucking cup. Put two hands on one right here. The cop is already there. He's gonna get the clue. You should have done it since here. Since they got there and they opened the door, old man should have went for that hammer with both hands. The cop would have got the gist of what was going on, and boom, done deal. But instead, they stared at each other.
How you
and
doing?
then dude ran away from him rather
What's going
than
on,
towards
man?
him. You already got your hand on it. 2-on-1.
Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right now?
Into him. Stepped away, boom, got crushed. Police would have got to do just like they got to him right here if he would have went into that guy. Into him. So that was just my thought when I saw it. You know what I mean? His brew was more important, bro. Real talk.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
That was the mistake he made. Right there, he could have took him into this corner back here. He'd have been okay. You just can't give him all of this room for him to swing this thing from deep and bust you in your shit. You know, like the wrenches be doing when they send y'all motherfuckers. Put him in a fucking bench, Mike. The old man should have dropped the drink and got all up in these bubbles.
I'm in your bubble.
Well, now, Dan said another source says that guy was a male prote. Well, now I don't doubt a bunch of things because of the awkwardness of the initial thing. He got in there. They had a conversation. The old man is probably used to him being erratic. The old man grabbed at the hammer. Police get there. They're trying to be, you know, nothing's happening here. Dude even put his hand on his hip and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hide whatever conversation they're having to the police. And then dude's like, I'm going for it. Old man should have ran into him, though. Running away from him gave dude all the clearance to crack him.
I'm not getting an answer on call back.
Yeah, he should have ran into him. Put them all in here. Put them all in this corner over here.
Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right
Put
now?
them all in this corner. Police and the police dragged ass too. All of this fucking fighting for the hammer, and the police is like, "What's happening here?" All right. So that was my point with that. That's some more strange shit happening there. These people are no different than everybody that they condemn. How about that? Salutes, we got to our 30 likes. I appreciate it. Let's get it.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
All right. Let's see what's up with these drones. I guess. Delayed reaction. Come on, age. He could have been a little bit lit too, Zoraida. He could have been lit. But here's the thing. He made the move though, right? He made the move. Oh, I don't know if you're talking about the cop or the old man, but the old man made the move. He just made it in the wrong direction. He made it towards being a victim. He said, nope. Yep, facts. All right, hold on. See what's up with these drones, though. Where these drones been seen at? Drones over New Jersey. We'll all be there one day. I just hope when I make that slow-ass move, so that when I make that slow, it hurts to move, I'm hoping I'm moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? It'd be real shitty if I go the wrong way. I didn't give myself the chance that I could have given. The police were there. All he had to do was run into that dude. He would have ran into that dude. Police would have been on it. Instead, he ran away. Dude clipped him. That's enough to end him. And boom. The neighbor said that the entire family is strange, that the dealer has stayed there for 3 days within the last few weeks. It doesn't look like that didn't happen. You know what I mean? So that you don't have to spell. As long as we get it, we got it good. Don't worry about it. Salutes. All right, let's see what's up with this drone situation. What is the people seeing? Because I saw crazy images, but again, I do not know what to believe about the internet sometimes. All right, CBS News. Let's see what this is about.
Holiday shopping is on. Up to half off clothing from Nike, The
Alien
North Face,
Life?
Under Armour, and more. 20% off Hoka.
Is it alien life or is it other countries? Look at that shit.
We want to update you on a story we've been following. Those drones that have been spotted over New Jersey in recent weeks. The Pentagon weighed in yesterday saying they don't appear to be coming from overseas, but many state and local officials are on high alert. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen, who's here in Studio 55 with us live in person because you're usually traveling all around the country reporting. So let's talk about these drones. What are some of the leads about where they might be coming from?
Yeah, well, it's really anyone's guess at this point, Vlad. It's still a mystery. There's a lot of speculation out there, and that fosters an environment for a lot of rumors. One Republican congressman, Jeff Van Drew, we spoke to yesterday, he has been pushing these claims that these drones could be linked to Iran, could be being launched off of some kind of mothership off the coast or in the middle of the ocean. Now, we asked him what, if any, concrete...
Bro, what happened to the days of we scramble a jet in 15.5 seconds and take out the threat? Like, you could just have a mothership somewhere full of drones. So what happens when they start dropping munitions on our ass? Are we letting them get to this while we're arguing about a bunch of other shit and while everybody's lining their fucking pockets and building their bunkers to not have to deal with it? Are other countries just invading our airspace whenever and however they want at any moment? That's crazy talk. The audacity to tell a man to drop his hammer. Salutes.
Evidence he has for that. He didn't put any forward. The Pentagon, as you mentioned, denied those claims outright. And so this is still very much a mystery. A lot of frustration around the lack of answers as well. There was a closed-door meeting yesterday amongst mayors across the state of New Jersey. One mayor who we spoke to as well also told me that the contents of that meeting could have been wrapped up in an email. So they walked out of there with no answers, and we're still looking for clues as to where and who is sending these drones.
So interesting. I thought the best part of your piece from the evening news last night was when you spoke to a woman who owned like a shop or something, and she described the size of these drones, because when I first started seeing this story, I just thought to myself, well, there are drones flying all over the place all the time. But she seemed to indicate that they were quite large.
Oh, yeah. She said that they were the size of a small car. They were flying at least 1,000 feet above the ground, and they were still visible. Now, these drones are coming out at night. They're being spotted at night, at least. And that's because of all the lights that are attached to them, which are red, green.
So now, what happens when somebody like me's outside take a shot at that motherfucker? You go to jail. Hey man, it's national security. Fuck, put that drone up there.
Green and gold, according to people that we've interviewed. So the way that she characterized it was this was not some instance where some kids bought drones on Amazon and are flying them around to wreak havoc, that this is something much larger than that. But still a lot to be seen here. One thing that we can say is that all the officials we've spoken to are urging the government to safely take down one of these drones, if that's even possible, to get some answers.
So your live shot.
Shout out when he said straight to jail, boy. Straight to jail. They'd take me on a drone and fucking drop me in the jail and shit.
Yesterday was in front of a particular location, because if you're watching this broadcast and you're somewhere else in the country, you're like, why Jersey? Yeah. Where were you last night broadcasting from to wrap up your piece?
Picatinny Arsenal, which is a military base that is responsible for manufacturing munitions that go out to every branch of the U.S. military. And so that's one of the concerns here. These drones are not just flying aimlessly. They are being spotted precariously close to sensitive government sites, and that has people on edge.
All right, Tom Hansen for us here in the studio.
Man. So far, that's the drone talk. There's too many drones to fucking count out there. They too deep. Salutes, all right? Tomorrow, I'm looking to get some members-only content at some point. Early, maybe. I don't know. Keep you posted. Then we'll go live at night. It's Friday tomorrow. But I think that's it for tonight, man. I want to go through the chat. Shout y'all out. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Salutes to Bobby D. Salutes Pure Art. Salutes Zachary Letleitner. Salutes Zoraida. We're going to play Zoraida's joint again. Jonathan, did you hear Zoraida's power chat, bro? Hold on. We're going to play it one more time because it said, mono con ojos cubridos.
Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
Zoraida sent $5 completely off topic, mono con los ojos tapados, but felicidades a todos, diagonal las lupes, cañón de confetti, hope all you had a great day, 100 puntos.
100 puntos. All right, that's the gang, 100 puntos. Salutes. Tapados, there you go. Tapados. Mono con los, I'm telling you, that's going to be the sound. I'm putting it on the soundboard. For like if I want to call somebody blind in the chat, I'll be like, mono con los ojos tapados. William Borden said Friday the 13th. There you go. Salutes. Sorry, this one Pelosi's man was emasculated. Man, I think his emasculation started way before that confrontation. Shout out Zach. He said if I find time tomorrow, I'll try to send you some links in the Discord for sure. Yeah, put them in the current live section. Salutes to y'all. Let me get back up here real quick. Again, salute Zoraida, Zach, William Borden. I appreciate you. JFL, Dan McD. Salutes to you, Bobby D. Pure Art. Shout out also. I think the chat passed all those already. Oh no, there he is. Shout out also. Shout out Ron's other alter ego coming through. Appreciate you, sir. Okay, Ultra Hitman. Manifesto Hype. Salutes. Shout out Ed the Hip Hop Guru. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja. Young Jizzle. Steptoe. Shout out Alex Anthony. Shout out Winnie. I try to get to everybody's comments. Again, there's going to be a day when that is no longer possible. It'll be my usual suspects and wrenches, and that's going to be it. My members, and you ain't going to be able to see nobody else. Shout out BK. Help us get to 10K. We almost there. Share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Because like Jonathan said, we're growing and diversifying. Play games if you want to. All right. Hey, shout out Miguel Lopez. I didn't catch him when he came through originally. Go to Rumble, search Paul Pelosi, rug interviews, claimed that he was drug. I wouldn't doubt it. Free Big Broski. Shout out Ivan. Shout out Ivan Levi's, Eddie Jimenez. Salute to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. Who knows what the self-defense laws are there? Where in California? Shit, probably not too good. Shout out SD Mexican Mike tapping in. Salutes to you, sir. Catch that replay game. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Right, man. Shout out Oso, Eddie Jimenez, Ivan Levi, Zoraida, Zachary, SD Mexican Mike. Salutes to y'all. Y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. All right? Peace.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed, she getting details, spitting every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, the soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I survive, find this land's for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, straight bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shiver, this a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers would shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving.